Hello and welcome to DCP. Guardian's in. And what episode is this, guys?
Let's call it 150. I don't know.
This episode is 2000.
I think it's 151 actually. I think last week was 150. It's 151 proof.
Oh my god.
All right, nice. We
pretty close.
We clipped the audio. We heard some
yell?
people's ears. That's great.
Oh, perfect.
Nick, thanks for taking care of that.
CJ.
All right. Best
Speaking of
intro ever.
Guardians
That's right. Exactly. I'm glad you
Is
guys.
he in chat?
No, he's trying to call me.
Oh.
CJ's in.
Can you
CJ's
Bungie's
here
trying
now,
to
right?
call me. Yes,
Yeah.
Bungie's trying to call me right now.
Excellent. Guys, what do we have to talk about?
Not
Nothing.
much. I think we should start with this situation.
This is.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
Wait.
There is no situation.
there's a situation.
There's a situation.
There's a
There's
no
nothing
situation.
we need to talk about.
We
Time
need to talk
out.
about this right
We
now.
need to have a conversation.
We played 3v3 Elim,
Whoa.
and
Wow.
we're talking about
Go
director's
ahead.
cut. Please let me just do like a normal intro once,
Okay,
just
fine.
one time.
One normal intro. For God's sakes, Pope.
All right,
Jesus.
sorry. My fault. Go ahead.
And
Take
this
a drink
is
of
the
your
day
beer.
that Frankie 2 times quits.
All right, 2 times.
We have big news. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Talk about it.
We got big
Yeah,
juicy
let's-
news, and it's in the form of kicking some ass.
They want to talk.
Right?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Specifically, Watts kicking
I
ass.
tried.
Watts, I see a pin over there. What's in that box?
Well, you see, in Tefty, you also have your.
I forgot mine in my backpack, but I have one.
What's in the box?
Wait, can I try a
This
close
is
up on this
something that you
Yes.
get if you win.
or steal it? Wait, can I
No,
show it
don't
to him?
steal
Can I show it?
I got it, friend.
No. Let me. It's gonna take some.
Frank 2 times is stealing it.
Okay, put it in the
A little
shop.
autofocus, yeah.
So
a little
wait.
autofocus.
Put it closer.
Keep
There it
going,
is, right
closer.
there. No, it's
yeah,
good.
that's great. Right
Beautiful.
there, Pope.
There you go.
Thank you.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Get away! You're gonna knock the
Oh,
camera
that
over.
is-
Oh my god!
That is disgusting, Pope. Jesus.
I'm glad that Pope did.
Watts,
Yes.
where did that come from?
So, currently at PAX, you can play 3v3 Elimination on Widow's Court with all of the new guns that you're going to get.
Yeah.
And we managed to set up a 3v3. The teams were me.
Unbalanced.
No, you had
That wasn't
CC.
the issue.
CC is
Unbalanced.
unbroken.
He's unbroken.
He's unbroken.
Unbroken.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
big.
they gave him a broken computer.
I'm not unbroken.
He was
I've
on
never
a
been
broken
legend.
computer playing on controller. Let's talk about it.
I didn't know.
They were
kinetic
stacked
energy.
against us. They were
No,
stacked
no.
against us.
It
I was
me,
forced to
Tufty,
play
and
on a
Brian.
roll-off.
Somebody wanted us to
Brian-
lose.
Spoiler, Pope lost.
All right. You're here to brag, right?
Fran, you lost.
That's true.
Taft,
You
Watson.
That's
won,
true.
you won
We are
one
here to
round,
brag.
which was
Yeah, Taft, Watson, Breyer won a 3v3 Elim.
That's true.
and
I was smart enough to say I would like to be on Watts' team.
I said it first, and I was vetoed.
That wasn't why. We had all kinds of technical problems on our side. The key bindings
Technical
weren't working
Do you wanna say-
because I forgot to set them.
Tefty couldn't switch weapons.
Yeah.
CC's
I couldn't jump.
I was on a warlock.
CC couldn't res. He had no interact key. So it wasn't a fair match. Tomorrow is what I want to propose, that we have a rematch.
A rematch.
You want a
say.
rematch
A
tomorrow?
rematch.
Tomorrow.
You want to
What-
get
What
kicked
happens if we win
down
again?
Yeah,
buy
we'll
us
go
beer.
time again.
If
Oh,
we
wait,
win
you're not
again,
on- I thought it was on his
Pope,
team.
how are
if
you
we
gonna
win
prove
again,
you
we
twice?
get another pin. We've already got the pin. Like there's no
Yeah.
nothing to gain.
We can get a gambit.
If you win again,
I
if you
can't
win
give
for
you
the
a
first
charity
time,
pin.
you get the pin, and there's something to gain.
We can't be handing out charity pins.
Right? There's no charity
It's-
pins here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
For the
Not
first
at all.
time ever, you'll have my respect.
That's not good enough. Not good enough.
Good enough. He's like, don't care.
CC
Well,
was looking
so
pretty good in that match. He
for-
was zipping and zagging around the place.
For anybody who doesn't know, we are at PAX
Yes.
in
That's right.
Seattle.
Yes.
Live.
What?
Undisclosed location.
All right.
We are in an undisclosed location.
In a
Oh no, I've got the address right here. It's
This is the first time that all of us have been in the same room together.
Ever. Yes.
Live
Well,
on
with
air.
Fran, yeah.
Had you guys, that's what I was going to say,
Yeah.
though. Had you guys already, you've done
We
same room.
we done a podcast, but not live together.
no, we've
We did
At-
it
I'm
Guardian.
the
at
new
Guardian
guy.
Con.
But we didn't do it live.
At Guardian Con
At
we did it
Guardian?
live.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But
did
the
it
only
right
other
now.
time that
Yeah.
we did it from someone's house, like an actual like convention at someone's house,
It wasn't broadcast live.
It was me, you, and Holtz.
It was. It was on the Guardian Con channel though, not ours.
But this is the first time we've all been in the same room.
You told
Well, I
me
mean,
to CC.
yeah, I mean, Fran wasn't with us.
That's
Okay,
true.
I was like,
Fran
you
wasn't
said
with us.
braids in there? I was like
So
really
I-
confused.
This is like a special occasion, though. Don't try to
Fran,
take
where
this
the
from
fuck
saying-
were you?
Where was it?
What's going on?
What? No. I'm just.
Oh,
guys-
Hefty's setting up a raid with CC.
I was trying to get CC to
They're
raid.
No,
They're
no,
trying
no
to do
sidebars
crowd
here.
sound.
We got
If you
we
wanted to
got
raid
serious
later on,
business.
All right.
We today were at the Scuf booth.
Yes.
We had some.
We met people.
We met people. We
Lots of
signed
people.
posters.
On that TV.
I didn't bring any here to show anybody.
That would have been a good idea to bring.
It would have been
That
really
would have been
good.
a really good idea.
And yeah.
So we have our new posters out, the 2019 poster.
That's right.
Ash did an amazing job. It looks
always.
great. And we're going to be putting those up on our web store to purchase for those people that have been
Right.
asking.
Email realbriarrabbit@gmail.com. They cost $50 a piece. They're really nice.
They are not
Yep.
that expensive, and don't do that. So we've got some. We're offering them up signed at PAX for people that are coming by. So if you are coming to PAX tomorrow, Saturday, between 1 and 4 at the Scuf booth, we'll be there signing posters. We had Dado and a couple other people sign some posters ahead of time.
Yeah.
So it should be a good time.
Yep.
And
It was awesome.
It will be a good time.
Thank you everybody who stopped by today. We had a great
So
time.
good.
And we got a chance to go check out the Bungie booth that is also at PAX. It's just
Very
like
close to
two
the Scuf
doors
booth.
down.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really close.
Yeah, and they've got some 3v3 Elim.
Is this the place where you lost?
Oh,
Do you
You
want
too,
to?
Fran?
Wait, who lost? I didn't lose.
You're right. My bad.
Me neither.
Oh, right, because I was on your team.
Besides all this, shaming that's going on right now,
Shaming is a
Shaming.
very deep word.
it's
Wait,
shaming.
Oh.
you left out that it was public shaming.
Public shaming.
People were watching.
People
Although
watch.
Briar did get sniped, and I did hear the crowd go. Ooh.
I sniped him because I switched to a sniper, and I'm actually a decent sniper
Yeah?
when I want to.
That sniper
When you
was
want to
awful.
be.
It's an awful sniper, and I had one round because I switched to it out of
Apparently, it's
frustration.
good if you have snapshot. We did not have
Oh,
snapshot.
okay,
yeah,
So-
it was a bad sniper.
It was a
really
really
bad.
bad sniper, but Friar's so slow moving through the map that it's easy to snipe his face off.
It's true. I was on
You
the
see,
Titan
we
too.
were working as a team because Tefty popped his super
I did, yeah.
and went to go deal with you guys, and then I rezzed Briar.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
actual synergistic teamwork,
I
right?
think that was our only res of the match, actually.
Yeah,
It was him. Well, I died first.
we had
I
aspirations
died
of the
right
lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Aspirations,
speaking
yeah.
of which, playing 3v3 Elim on Widow's Court was
really good.
That's the question.
super nostalgic. Like, it
was
felt
really good.
just like D1. Like, the map is awesome looking. It's all the spots that you know to go to. The just
It's
feels
the same design, obviously.
It's great. I mean, but
one to
sometimes,
one, I
sometimes I think people are concerned because sometimes when they do a remake of a map, it's. Go ahead, just open it. Go.
You don't have to worry about background
Thank you.
noise, seriously. It's,
It was just an
there's an
awesome-
audience, there's like 25, 30 people. It's amazing.
It is really
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We've got like
We have an auditorium of.
I mean,
People are cosplaying as Pope and Tap. It's amazing, but we can't show you because they only have one camera.
I mean, literally, if you turn this camera around, there would be 3 naked people dancing on top of like
Exactly.
counters.
But, if they get the posters, you support the show. Next year, we might have
Have
another
the
setup.
budget for another camera.
Another camera.
Right,
Yeah.
another camera.
Yeah.
We could only afford this one.
Yep.
But yeah,
Thanks,
so
Brent.
what was your experience? I mean, because we only got
I'll
to
tell
play
you my
once.
It
experience.
felt
real
like.
quick.
Yeah, we do it.
Why don't we
Yeah,
work
yeah,
our
we'll
way
go
down
around
the
the
table?
table.
We'll go down the table.
Yeah, we'll go down the table.
Experiences.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, winning that match was really sweet. Honestly, like just having the victory.
Pope did that to me, too.
You don't
Pretty
want to
sure.
catch these hands, Pope.
Pope, what did I say the worst thing that can happen today was?
Did he put
He
hands
just
in the
gave
back
me.
of your
He
head?
gave me.
Pope, stay away from the light.
He did the back.
Everything.
Pope.
It's
Just-
over.
Pope
Are we
just saw
having
himself
a-
on TV
Are we
and got
having a
transfixed.
frantic moment?
Frantic.
Is it getting frantic?
What Chad
So-
doesn't know, we might it's just real fast.
Yeah,
There's
so-
a light
so-
that is like pivoting on
A rug.
a rug that is next to my camera that's on about 5 shoeboxes. So I'm a little
Yes.
concerned when Pope goes
Literally.
running next to it.
Literally 5 shoeboxes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so when you won the
It's a
match,
shaking
boy,
setup. What did I feel when I won the match?
Yeah, elation.
Glory, redemption,
Glory, I feel
Yeah,
like-
elation's probably a good
even
word
though
for
it wasn't
too.
a fair match because of the technical
actually, you know what it was?
difficulties, you would accept that as a win.
I felt cosmic destiny correlating.
Cosmic destiny.
Yeah.
Cosmic destiny.
It's interesting. It's almost like a realization, a self-realization that came through.
Okay.
Right.
You Seriously though, Elimination felt really good, felt natural for the game, Destiny. And also Widow's Court felt exactly like Widow's Court without skipping a beat. I was like, oh, I know all these sight lines. CC tried to snipe me down in that spawn area, and I was like, oh,
You're like, that's
this
where all
old
the snipers
thing.
go.
Yeah,
We literally asked
the first
CC.
round, yeah.
We literally asked Cece, "What is your character name?" Because like everybody's got like like the pre-assigned names. Okay, stay away from CC.
He was 11, I think, and Watts was 5, right? You don't know. You didn't see it.
I think I was 5.
You were 5 because I asked ahead of time. Yeah, I was like, "Who's Watts?" Same thing. They were like, "Who's CC?" Let me ask you.
Yeah, they were asking who Pope Bear was, and they're like,
I don't think anybody asked who Pope Bear was.
yeah.
Pepsi, did you ask who Pope Bear was?
very,
Can't say I did.
very,
Watts,
very
Watts,
worried.
did you ask who Pope
I did
Bear was?
not. I asked who
Very,
CC was.
very-
No, I don't think we
worried
asked who
about-
Pope Bear was.
Yeah,
I don't think
there's
we
a
gave
lot of
shit.
talk about where I was going to be and which team I was in.
Yeah.
It's
So,
understandable.
amidst this cosmic destiny,
Yeah.
how did you feel when the heavy dropped?
We didn't even get it,
yeah.
did we?
Panic?
Yeah,
I
we
think-
had a fight over heavy on heavy
Yeah, it
rounds.
was.
It actually
Yeah, so
normal.
it was like D1, right? There was a heavy round.
Yeah.
Yep,
Came in
it
at
was.
about the same time as you'd expect a heavy round
It
to
was
come
nice.
in. It was D1 elimination.
It was
yeah,
the
fantastic.
strategy was Watts. Where are we going? Left.
That's
Okay.
what Brian was like. Where
And
are
then
we going?
the heavy pops, and Watts says, "Oh, it's heavy round. Let's go get heavy."
But when it
She
created
screamed
that,
it.
like,
I heard it too.
it created that sense.
I didn't want Frankie 2 times getting it.
Yeah, it created that sense of a heavy round, which was so
Holy
cool
shit.
because like
Yeah.
like initially I didn't realize it that we weren't like crutching on heavy weapons. You know, like there's
Yeah.
a heavy box.
No.
Got to go to that heavy box real quick because the round. Blah,
It
blah,
was
blah.
D1 trials, right? It
Yeah.
was D1. Not,
It was, yeah. There
It was
wasn't.
D1 year 3 trials.
There was no
kinda.
tokens either for rezzing, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
So I think I want to hear everybody's take on like their experience, but then we also saw some really cool things. The character development screen. I want to go through like how we set up our characters and the things you saw before we played, because we got a chance to see the actual ranking up of the armor pieces and some of the things that they showed on the stream.
I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
I was not looking
So
at
that's the reason why our team was a little bit
Yeah.
behind. We were actually doing some field
That
work
was the
for
reason.
you guys, the
That was the
audience. We were
reason.
looking at
Exactly.
the character development.
Chat. Type 1 in the
No.
chat if you believe Pope. Type 2 in the chat if you don't.
There's nothing to not. It's a fact. I literally, that is my excuse. I was so focused on mods and masterworking and points that I forgot. I
That's cool.
assumed
What's
the
that?
keyboard and mouse setup was the same.
You know what? Winners focus on winning.
You're right, but I can't believe you'd accept a win over a technical difficulty situation. I mean, CC couldn't even res.
Wait, what's the two?
You know,
God, what's the two?
it's facts.
Did you guys say
Can we
something?
get a cipher real quick on the numbers?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you guys- what's
1
happening?
if
Oh.
you believe Pope. 2 if you don't.
Oh, that's
So-
why there's so many twos. Okay, now it makes sense.
2 for Frankie 2 times. That seems like a vote in my favor, is what I'm seeing.
The jury
Let's go.
has voted.
Whatever. The jury always votes against.
So,
We got to play
That's
with
true.
the new armor.
How did you
The
guys
new
feel
armor
about
was
like?
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
we should let everybody
I
finish,
felt
like
good.
Pope
Yeah,
said.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
okay, okay.
So what was your
you done
experience?
bragging, Teft? Is it
Yeah,
Western?
are you done? Are you
Bragging.
done?
I
Right.
used the hand cannon that we've seen a lot of, the lullaby one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used that one. That one actually felt really good.
It's a 110 fire rate.
Yeah, it was 110, but it actually felt really nice.
It did
actually
feel
felt
good. I
like
used
a
that
hand
as well.
cannon. And I used the fusion rifle.
Yeah,
Fusion rifle
because
was-
Wait.
Oh,
So that
okay.
fusion rifle was very interesting, right? Did yours have like a scatter burst shot
Scatterburst.
when you shot the fusion rifle? Did
it's
it
the
go?
same one. It must have.
Yeah, because it was the same one. Yeah.
It goes ba-da-da-dum. Like it shoots out like bursts.
It's a burst kind of thing?
I thought it was.
Isn't that what
Maybe.
they always do?
So
The thing
like-
where you charge it and it
Let
goes.
me envision one of
No,
my 1,000
so-
Erentl kills.
So
real
I'm
quick.
not 100% like sure because I masterworked all my guns and armor
Okay.
and I messed around with it really quickly. We only had 2 minutes to do
Oh,
it.
you can masterwork the stuff in the loadout?
Yes.
Oh,
I
we
didn't
did.
So I went
Wait,
through.
what?
We didn't
We
do
We
that.
did.
also didn't have masterwork.
So I went
It
through.
wasn't
and I
worth
went
it.
through and I masterworked
Well,
the stuff
clearly.
and I added perks and things like that. But it seemed like the fusion rifle behaved differently.
Being masterworked.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. No, we didn't masterwork anything. What we chose to focus our time on was fixing the controls.
Smart, super smart.
apparently-
It's like 250 IQ is what that is. I
The setup
fudged up.
the setup was a PC
786.
setup, and you had access
Okay,
to
okay, so it's just
a controller.
Should be fine. Yeah.
You had access to a controller, or you had access to mouse and keyboard. Anybody who want to play with mouse and keyboard obviously wants to set up the sensitivity, set up their hotkeys.
Yeah.
And that's all
It's hard.
I focused on was like trying to get my sensitivity right, trying to get my hotkeys right. I still missed some of the hotkeys. Like I couldn't interact with anything. Like
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know
I kept
the
on
button.
trying. I
It's
kept
rough.
on like missing my 2 foot by 4 foot mouse pad. I kept
Yeah.
hitting
Yeah, he's
Wash's
a
keyboard.
yeah,
As I'm, like, casually
So you do
aiming.
pretty low sensitivity, but you swing like
Yeah, I use
Yeah.
the arm
That's
nowadays.
awesome.
and,
Yeah, I
like,
was thinking like it might be better to use keyboard and mouse just because I hate using regular controllers. But then I thought about it and I was like,
'Cause
all
no
your
pads,
key
right?
bindings are totally different,
Yeah,
and
they're
that's
completely
way
different,
worse
yeah.
than like removing 3 cows.
I couldn't switch
Way worse.
weapons mid. Like I
Couldn't
I kept fumbling the
I
weapons.
looked
yeah.
over to you with your heavy machine
Yeah, I was
gun
like,
out, and I was
oh,
like,
heavy's
Hefty,
out.
you have no ammo.
I screwed all that up, which
Because
is
I
the only
kept
reason we
switching that 'cause I
lost.
couldn't play, yeah.
There was a
that
lot of
being-
confusion. I think that
I couldn't
match
jump.
should have been nullified, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
I agree.
There was too many errors.
You gonna nullify this pin?
Yes, I think that it is not.
We were told we weren't going to get given this, but then they were
They
so
were very
impressed
nice.
Well, we
by the performance.
Watts. We
that-
didn't get
yeah.
given it. We
Oh,
earned
We
it.
earned
Earned
it, but
We earned it.
We may have
Right.
cut in line, so that's probably why.
We definitely cut in line.
Did we cut line, guys?
Well, so actually at PAX, you have to play 6v6 control on Widow's Court
Yes.
first, and then you get given like the Gambit coin,
Okay.
and then you can risk the Gambit coin in 3v3 elimination to get this.
Oh,
So
I
we
didn't realize
didn't
that.
play control.
We didn't do all that.
Did we Did we literally just activate streamer perks?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
Yeah.
as much as I hate to give Pope any credit, thanks for getting that to happen.
Yeah, Pope orchestrated all that beating. Pope orchestrated his own beatdown.
I did.
Yeah.
I often do that.
Pope just kind of pushes himself
so-
in there. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
I want
And
to.
so continuing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Elimination?
What'd you think?
Frank?
So yeah, as much as I suck at PvP, I was a
Frankie
huge
2 times sucking. What are you
huge
talking about?
Trials player. Played so much Trials, I loved it. I actually loved to die and do the callouts. You know,
Ah.
top mohawk, bottom
Yeah.
mohawk, and I was best when I was
Yeah.
dead. See, we didn't get that because I can do callouts like crazy.
Okay.
But
You should have
um,
ran in there and died then.
I know.
Just-
Oh, I did many times. I couldn't communicate because, like, it. You know,
Oh, right.
there was
right.
no
Yeah.
like
There's
chat.
no
We
microphone.
didn't have voice chat.
no
All
microphone.
kinds of reasons why they didn't really win. So moving past that,
I'm with you 2 times.
I was a huge Trials player, and going in, I guess I was just like a little skeptical. I was going to relive that feeling of Trials, and
Of happiness or sadness?
yeah, no happiness of like, wow, Widow's Court, 3v3 Elim, there's Resit. Like it felt
Like clearly this is
very
better.
normal. The only thing was like I don't have my Absoluta, I don't have my Plan C, I don't
Right.
have.
Oh, sure.
That was the only thing missing. So I feel like if I get a chance to play with the right weapons, man, it felt good.
Yeah.
It
Felt really good.
It felt
I agree.
natural.
I'm gonna be all over labs. This is only in
yeah,
labs.
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
for now.
For
So,
this season.
Total
Last, yeah.
thumbs up. I mean, we only played once,
All right.
so you got to temper it. But I went from like, yeah, cool, it's Elim, it's not Trials, to like, this is gonna be good to have,
It's so
until we get real
Yeah.
Trials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
How do you feel about Brer?
I agree with everything that's been said here. It
All
felt
the
good to
beatdowns.
play like straight up elimination again. But I've got to say, and actually, me and Cece were having this conversation while we were waiting in line. It was confirmed by playing it. I'd love to see a game mode in Destiny where you have restricted loadouts, because it changes the game
It
in
does.
such an amazing way.
It does. Yeah.
Because everybody has access to the like a set amount of things. Like me and Pope had access to the same hand cannon with the same build on it. We had access to the same sniper. We had access to the same shotgun. Like all this stuff was the same, and it takes away a little of the Destiny from Destiny, but it adds something. And I think in a side game mode, like this is something that we get to experience when we come to conventions that the general populace of Destiny doesn't get to experience.
I actually, in Trials in Destiny 1, when, back then I was doing Fireteam Chat, but I constantly was saying this. I was like, because I think we were getting crushed at the time, but everybody had Doctrine, or everybody had whatever was sort of the flavor of the meta. And it got annoying sometimes, and you want it, like, if you could lock it in. Why are you guys
Yeah.
laughing all of a sudden? What happened?
I just
Oh,
keep on avoiding the
Oh,
coast.
Tefty
Because-
is
Because it's if you bang on the table.
Bob in
He's put
chat
his-
I got
said,
called out. I
is
got called out,
Tefty
but-
intentionally avoiding the coaster? Because
He
the
has
coaster
put it
was
on
here,
every spot
and he
around
put
the
it
coaster.
here.
He's literally done this.
I'm like,
this.
I'm like,
You
I
should
can
be
watch
sending
him do
things,
it.
actually.
I've just been like amazed.
I don't know what
I'm
it is
like,
in my brain. I just avoid the coaster all the
But
time.
actually, you got to give him credit for being the audio producer he is. He knows that that's going to cause a problem with the mic.
It's
Anyway.
instinctual.
What
It's
it
what
is.
it is,
There we go.
That was a long way of saying I think this is an awesome idea of like Trials Adept or whatever you want to like make it. That would be amazing to see, and it's in labs already. Can we just maybe try
Can
that
we have a
out?
lab that
Do
just
we
has
just have a trials mode?
Well, we almost.
trials
Oh, you
ticket?
mean
No,
with
no,
the
no.
card?
Just give me a ticket.
Yeah,
just
have a
give me
card.
a card. Yeah,
Like a lab ticket.
A lab card.
No.
Right?
Hold
Yeah.
back though. Hold back from just having a trials card. I would like to have a game mode that has. Here's the 7 weapons that you get to choose from in your primary. Here's the 7 weapons you get to choose from in your secondary, and the 4 weapons you get to choose from in your heavy. And that is now game mode. It's not all of Destiny. You still get regular Destiny with like almost infinite choices. But here's just one game mode where your loadout is restricted, and the meta can be completely controlled by Bungie.
Well, that was the thing with Gambit, right? Is we played
Yeah.
it when it was everyone has the exact same loadouts, and we were like,
that
"This
was-
is
do you
so
remember
good,"
that?
because no one was going in with heavy. People
Yeah.
either had to choose like a scout rifle or a sniper or whatever,
Yeah, that was
made
good.
it so much fun because people couldn't just go in with a heavy machine gun and just be like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have talked about how a Gambit should have like a loadout when you invade, and it's
invader
interesting.
loadout?
Like,
That it switches to?
yeah, like there's like a loadout
They
for
give
the invading
you
set.
the fallen cannon,
There you go. Yeah.
or like
Oh,
the
the
javelin,
Captain Cannon,
the
yeah,
javelin.
the javelin, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like really hard to use and stuff.
Maybe.
I feel like a lot of people would like curated loadouts or like the choice of different loadouts for Destiny, but I feel like the developers don't want that ethos in the game. I feel like
It's anti-Destiny,
You know what I mean?
right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
anti-Destiny,
The
exactly.
difference between Destiny and Call of Duty is Call of Duty's got 9 guns, and Destiny's got 1,000 guns.
yeah.
But just to change up one game mode in Destiny, it would be just a fun change in one game mode.
Right, and I agree. I would love to see that, but it's like literally the mission statement of how Destiny should feel is that you can go and get your gun from the raid and then
Right.
bring it
Yeah.
into any environment or its situation possible. And I just don't see them breaking that unless it's like a huge shift in structure of how they approach the game.
Yeah. There's
But I
something.
would love to see that though.
Something there, though. I just agree that the sentiment was there forever. We've never talked about it, and so to hear it again, that's why I was like, I felt that every time I played, in particular, Trials.
She's gonna jump.
But secondly, as I always talked about when I played Gambit, I know it's very Overwatchy, but I was like, man, Gambit's so close to just pick a class, man, and load
Yeah.
in with a full set. I know you want me to grind the gear, but there's something to like the potential of a class loadout of weapons in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not very Destiny, but I think there's room to experiment, and we are moving into this. I don't know if that's our segue yet, because Pope wants to talk about all the upgrading, but maybe.
Well, we can talk about some of the armor.
Yeah,
and
when we get into the
weapons we played
director's-
with, yeah.
I mean,
cut
some
stuff,
of
but,
us,
like,
some
the
of us
future.
explored the armor. And
So we got
the
to play
options.
with the hunter one with like the freaky space mask,
Yeah.
and then the
Yes.
warlock one with
The,
the veil,
The sheath. It's like
the
a-
veil, the chain veil.
veil.
The
Yeah.
Titan had
Situation.
his space suit on.
Yeah, he just looks like an astronaut, right?
He looks like an
He just
astronaut.
looks like an astronaut.
was there any like specific perks to those?
I didn't look, to be
I don't
honest.
think there was.
No, they were all legendary.
Some of
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
some of
Apparently
us
looked at
spent
stuff.
time in that
Yeah,
menu.
I didn't even
Yeah.
look.
Hope.
I didn't go into the armor at all.
So
Was
that,
there anything
so-
different, Pope?
I'm sorry, real quick. Pope,
Yes.
did you play with a controller?
Yeah, with a PlayStation.
And
controller.
Watts, you played with a controller too,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Standard
I was
mouse
just
and
curious. Like, I'm not passing any judgment, but
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounded like you were passing judgment.
no, I was just
I
curious.
want to
Like,
say, it was a level playing field.
Was
Yeah,
it?
it was even, so they used it.
I mean, the table was even, but that's about it.
The table. My monitor was actually a little bit more pointing up.
There was a lot of reasons
I would
why.
have preferred
okay.
mine.
There was
to
a
be
lot
down
of
bit.
like the
Personally.
deck was stacked against us.
I literally kept hitting Watts' keyboard when I turned. I'd be
You know,
like,
I hear you guys. I hear you guys, but I don't believe you. So
yeah, tell us about the armor.
So similar to, I mean, obviously we've seen this on the reveal stream where they talked about upgrading your armor, but and we had obviously in these test builds we have like unlimited resources, and so it didn't look like it was an exorbitant amount of resources. I'm assuming that this is a test build, so it's really hard to say that that's what it's going to cost to do things.
Wasn't
we
somebody
can't judge
going
it.
through each computer setup and like kind of resetting it?
So
before we got
so
there?
that was part of
Resources.
the experience.
Yeah.
The part of the experience in this this 3v3 elimination or playing at PAX is getting a chance to check out the new armor systems. So every time that you came up to the console, the character had been reset. So you got the chance to log in, look at the character, look at the armor, and upgrade things and masterwork them. And it was really interesting to see literally the huge amount of options that you have. And obviously we only had 2 minutes to set up our characters, but I got a chance to see just the sheer customization that you can make. Once you've masterworked your armor, you have like a lot of points to be able to apply to that armor set. And it seemed like I started to see specific perks or mods for my fusion rifle and for grenades and things like that.
Yeah.
It was really awesome to see all that customization, and I'm really excited to spend more time with it.
Did you look at any mods?
Yeah.
Did they have mods for the armor?
Yes.
Because there were. I looked
They're
at the
all
weapon.
the weapon
I
mods
looked
you
at
wanted.
the weapon, but there was no like weapon mods. So
Yeah.
I
I
was
wish
like,
it
oh,
was
there's
all
literally
armor.
no mods.
Yeah.
That's
It was
because
all
you got to look at
armor.
Armor 2.0. You
Well, that makes sense.
What's
Yeah,
so
that
funny
makes
about the
sense.
two
That's-
That
teams?
makes sense.
That is why you guys won. You changed your controls and got set up to play, and we
We
were
were
all in
focused on
mods.
We were all
Spinning.
like taking a look at the armor and going, "What's new?"
Dude, it
so we
was-
could report
I
to
was
you
like,
guys.
I want to be.
right?
Well, I'd never think of that.
They
Yeah,
had-
That's true.
I mean,
So they had the expected stuff like enhanced, sniper flinch. They
Yeah.
had reserves for sniper. They had fusion, all of it. So you had to masterwork up to the point where you could use
Access
enough
it,
points,
yeah.
Activate it.
enough of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it was grayed out until you could. That's why
Yeah.
you couldn't see it until you masterworked it, because you would be able to have the
Oh, really?
energy available
And-
to place something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't once open up the armor.
Mine,
No.
mine was a mix
I
of.
was completely focused on winning the match.
No, I was
like,
focused
yeah.
on winning too.
Like,
So-
how am I going to
Changes
make
real
this
quick.
computer feel like my home computer?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
way smarter.
Which was a lot smarter, because I wasn't even. I played Puppeteer on a controller,
Yeah.
and so
I switched
I had.
to Puppeteer.
It was when I went
Oh,
to
you
go.
didn't even switch your controller?
Oh,
So when I went to play, I had regular default settings on the thumbsticks and 2 sensitivity. I play at 6 with Puppeteer, and so nothing worked. I went to go switch
It
my
was a
weapons and I
disaster,
threw a
dude.
grenade. It was
Yeah.
really like,
Yeah.
was there an FOV slider default?
Oh, I
Did you
didn't.
guys
I
see?
didn't look at that. I just
Yeah.
switched
We
to
noticed.
Puppeteer.
We think
Yeah,
it was
that
on like
changes it.
70 or 80.
Yeah,
was
it was super low.
No, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't that low.
90, but
Is that why when I zoomed in on the sniper, I was like,
It
dear
felt
God.
See, I don't
weird.
think actual sniper zoom would affect that.
Sorry,
It's
I
just
don't-
your
yeah.
like regular field of view.
either way,
I
it
felt like I was
weird.
moving really slow.
It's because there was no snapshot watts. It
I
feels
felt
so
Right.
bad.
The hand cannon felt really slow too when I was aiming at
That
it.
that
Yeah,
is
it's
what.
110. It's
No, but
110.
actually, some of that is field of view because you're zooming less.
That-
Technically, you see less while you zoom. The distance is
But
the
I
same.
also believe that some of these with Armor 2.0, which this is taking a big jump forward, but I think that what we're going to see in the change of the sandbox is that the character customization options are going to be the difference of what we like,
Yeah.
right? So if you want to have that snappy hand cannon shot, you're going to have to
build towards.
build
That's
towards it.
true. Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
that
it's
makes sense.
gunplay that you're looking for, or is it? I think they're going to come in chunks, because the way what I saw when I was quickly scanning through them is that they seem to be ability focused, gunplay focused, or movement
Right.
focused. So you could really almost spec your character to kind of gravitate to that thing, or you could have a well-rounded character, but you weren't going to be super mobile or have super fast gun
That's just my
motions.
leg.
Right.
I'm not trying to get your attention.
That's all right. Brian was getting frisky. I didn't
there's some
feel
like
it.
frisky stuff
little
going
love.
on.
Yeah.
But it is
See
going to
how
be
far
really
I can
exciting to
get.
see Armor 2.0 come out.
Yeah, it's
didn't
great.
look at
It's
the
exciting. Yeah, I didn't look at the armor, so I can't say.
The map was great. Widow's Court felt
Widow's Court
fantastic.
is incredible. in Destiny 2.
Elimination felt 3v3 elimination felt at home in Destiny 2, which
Yeah.
was really
It
nice.
felt like
It
Elimination.
felt perfect.
Yeah.
It felt great. Which I'm sure having like, a D1 map helps with that feeling.
I have a question as the Armor 2.0 for those that used it, but you guys can imagine it.
Just you and me, right?
Yeah, I used it.
Yeah.
Winning.
Oh,
Obviously,
CC did?
Yeah.
CC used it. It would be masterworked, but like you have to go in and find your mod, and I had a mix of solar and void.
So
right?
even
it
with,
takes time.
Right. Even within that, you had there was armor mods that were grayed out. Like you have to go find those. You have to go get
really?
those. Yeah.
Well,
So-
no, wait though. Wasn't that based on the amount of masterwork?
no,
You
no,
had
no,
gray,
no.
even though
Yeah,
it
yeah.
showed them
even
to
though
you?
it was maxed out, we still are going to have armor mods that maybe
It's gonna show.
we're going to have to maybe do end game content, or they're going to go be rewards for something that we're doing.
right.
And then once we get it, we've unlocked it.
You can use it,
right.
yeah.
We can use it.
They're permanent then.
They're permanent at that
Yes.
point.
So my question though was, what do you think of when you gotta load in and you're like, it's a new map, and you're switching to pulse, and you were a hand cannon, and you switching to shotgun, and you were a sniper or fusion or whatever. You don't have to change your mods out, which is a problem we already have today. But what do you think of? What's interesting is
Like
now in
loadouts.
theory you might be able to go in and quickly click on them. Do you think you have enough time? Do you feel
Well,
like
so that's one of
it's
the
built
reasons
the right
why
way?
I've been in conversations this past week with Destiny Item Manager. They're actually working really hard
Love
right
that.
now to create
Mod loadouts?
Their
Set loadouts?
Set loadouts.
For
So
mods
so your
specifically.
your
Yeah.
drop down is going to be, you're going into a new activity. You drop down and you've had these preset loadouts. They're not going to be in game the way that you're asking them to be, but they would be available like on DIM and then
With
it
the
switches-
mods, though.
with the mods. That's
yeah.
what they're hoping to do.
If that
Wow.
works,
No,
that would
that's really
be
good.
great because you can use it on your phone, and if you can just do like pulse sniper loadout and your mods load in,
Yeah.
which are now
That'd be
permanent.
I'd love to see that functionality
That'd be
actually
nice.
come in game though.
Yeah,
Same,
I mean,
yeah.
but it's guys like Dim that are really pushing it for us and our user experience, and I understand that some of that is not going to make it in the game. I wish it would, but to be honest with you, like I really like the work that they're doing there. I like some of the features also that I see that there's like the community voting system. So when you get a gun,
a
if you're-
perk that's good.
So if you go and you look at a gun, Briar, it's got numbers on there that you wouldn't be able to see in game.
Yeah.
So it's showing you your actual aim assist number. It's showing you
Right.
your recoil
And then
pattern.
it also shows like community's favorite.
Right, and so you look at a gun and you go, hey, it's got 4 check marks or thumbs up on there. You know that it's something
It's a good roll.
that is a good roll.
Yeah.
So, right.
Just stop touching the table.
Yeah, just the
Yeah, unless we
Get
get
your-
the
get your-
mic
get your
off
hands
of the
off the
table
table.
somehow.
Just
the
don't
table's
touch
just
the table.
reverberating
We're just gonna not touch the table.
Actually,
because the mic is right on there.
We're not changing.
I'm going to
the
touch the
setup.
table if I want to.
Should we talk a little bit about
Goodness.
the monetization that's coming to Shadowkeep in the season pass?
If you really want to, though, a cat might scratch it. And then, okay.
Yeah, we're.
What are we talking about, Brian?
We're in a minefield
I'm
of
sorry.
cats potentially destroying the setup
Yeah.
in any moment.
hands
Okay,
off.
Brian.
Sorry,
yeah.
everybody.
Season
Yes,
pass.
Briar, Willis.
So the season passes, they're really changing up the monetization of Destiny, right? You guess. So yesterday was a travel day. This news broke yesterday.
Yes.
I was there. I paid.
Wait, what broke yesterday?
News broke yesterday.
Director's cut?
No.
No.
Did I miss the
So, like, without having the full details here in front of me,
Oh, that.
I read it.
I read it as well.
Let's go.
Luke clarified it tonight, too,
Nice.
by the way.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? What did he
So
say?
it looks
about
like it's
season
going to
pass.
be.
Bring it up.
Do we got
It's going to
somebody
be
who can-
what other games have called a battle pass, right?
Right.
It's included in the price that you pay for each season.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's an extra charge.
Right.
So if
That's
you're not
what people
paying,
were confused about. Because
Yeah.
they thought you had to pay like $10 for the DLC and then like $10 for the pass.
right?
Which is not true.
So you're not paying extra aside from what you pay for the DLC. It's included when you buy the DLC. And you get on a track that looks like a battle pass. So, for instance, in this season for Shadowkeep, when you hit level 1, you're going to get an exotic hand cannon. When you hit level, was it
25 or whatever.
Yeah,
35.
you'll get like certain things, and there's like a track that you can play on and always kind of know what's next based
Right.
off experience, like the numbers.
Yeah, it's a Fortnite battle pass. Let's
It's
just
totally a Fortnite battle
You know,
pass.
so I prefer this because right now, as we get XP, we're just getting like engrams, right? Which
Sure,
has like
you're
a
getting
thing
right
that,
dust.
right. Whereas now, if there's something that you want in that season, you can see like, okay, well, if I reach rank 12, then I get that thing instead of like randomly hoping to
seems
get
like
it from an
full
engram.
RNG's gonna
Watts,
be-
it seems like on the face of it that all the stuff that is in the Eververse you'll be able to earn through the battle pass. Is that right?
I
I
would
don't
assume
think
that
all
there
the
would be
stuff.
Not all
more,
the
even more
stuff?
so. But we do know that it's going to be direct purchasable, right? With either silver or bright dust. So.
Okay, so like if they can monetize Destiny with a battle pass and take some of the emphasis off the Eververse, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
Because the battle pass means I play Destiny to earn loot, as opposed to just go to the Eververse store and buy the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just for clarification, were you guys talking about how there was a commentary that maybe if you buy the season pass that it travels everywhere with you? Is that at
No.
all? Or no?
I
Okay,
think-
that was another thing that came out there.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
But it
It
seems
travels
clear.
with you between platforms?
No, it was reported as such because there was a little confusion.
Well, who did that? That's irresponsible.
I don't want to call anybody out.
Oh,
But no, actually, I do think it might have come from Paul Tassi over at Forbes.
Wow, you just called him out.
But Paul's great.
company.
The truth
Damn,
is,
Paul, you gonna let that slide?
we love Paul. It was a little confusing.
Well, we love Paul. I don't know about Fran.
But apparently it does. So the way,
Well, the progression does. I don't think in other words, your season pass you have to buy. You always are going to have to buy, the season pass or Shadowkeep or whatever on every platform you intend to play on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But
I thought we were going to have another wage splitter problem
that is
here.
true.
So
I heard Shadowkeep doesn't transfer, but if you get the season pass, that
No.
transfers.
So,
No.
So that's false.
That's
That's
exactly
false.
what's confusing people.
Okay.
It's really keeping it simple as far as we still understand. You need to buy either your season pass or Shadowkeep, which includes the season pass for Undying.
Apparently Luke said it does on Twitter.
It does no. He says I have it right in front of me, and see, I think
he's got
factual
receipts.
evidence.
unfortunately
Yeah,
what he says is still not totally clear. But Luke says clarification station : your season pass and its progression will travel with your cross-saved Guardian. Oh, wait,
Wait,
he
your
does
season
see.
pass? Yeah.
But see,
It
he
seems
says
pretty
it's
clear.
progression though.
He-
But then what he says is meaning, set up cross save, and when you own the season pass, if that's what you're into, play it anywhere your Guardian is. Does that
Yeah,
mean it
yeah,
really?
Yeah, because
That
it
seems
means-
pretty clear to me. I mean, I'm not an English
It seems pretty clear.
So,
Yeah.
so it's if I'm playing on PC, right, and then I go on to PlayStation, when I'm playing on PlayStation, I'm still going through my season pass and getting those stuff.
Even
It
if you
doesn't,
didn't
like,
buy it
stop.
on PlayStation?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right.
Twitter's not the most useful source of
This is a classic.
because
Frankie-
Paul Tassi,
Frankie's
it did come
freak
from
out.
This is a Frankie freak
No,
out right
but-
here.
I think you owe Paul an apology.
He's in the chat, by the way.
Paul's gonna send you a white glove in the mail.
You owe Paul an apology, Fran. Let's have it.
Next time he's on the podcast, you better apologize. For
Frankie, two apologies.
It's confusing, to say the least. He's in this thread, by the way, that someone asked says, by the way, as Paul Tassi said, do I have to buy it on a specific platform to have that platform? He does say, no, this is what's being clarified, though. I was told that yesterday. But he still doesn't say it in a full sentence that I'm comfortable with.
All right,
Are
so
we
hold
sure?
on.
So anyway.
Real quick, I want to ask a question. If I play mainly on PC and I buy Shadowkeep on the PC,
Yes.
and then I decide, hey, I want to play with Watts on PS4 for an afternoon,
Yes.
do I now own Shadowkeep on
No,
PS4?
not
No.
Shadowkeep.
You get
It's
to
the
keep your
season
gear.
Pass.
Yeah,
Yes.
you get to keep your gear that you
Yeah.
earned in Shadowkeep, but you cannot go and do the raid on PS4
Yeah.
unless you own the actual activity.
Okay,
Yeah, so it won't
if
apply
I
to
buy
Shadowkeep.
Shadowkeep, is the season pass included with Shadowkeep?
Yes.
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 So effectively, you have to buy Shadowkeep to get the season pass.
No.
Well,
You can buy
you
it
don't
separately.
have to.
You can buy it
separately.
separately for
Okay.
$10.
Okay, so if I decide that I would like to play with Watts on PS4, even though I bought Shadowkeep on the PC,
Yes.
do I just have to buy the season pass, or do I have to buy the season pass?
If you
and
want a
Shadowkeep?
raid, you have to buy
Shadowkeep.
Shadowkeep.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
If you want to do some specific activity that is associated with Shadowkeep, you have to buy Shadowkeep
Yes.
to do that activity. But you get to keep the gear. If you want to go play Strikes or play PvP, you just have to own New Light, which is
Yeah.
free.
Okay.
Free 99.
But then if you want access to the items and everything that's in the season pass, you can buy that separately.
Yes,
Like we're saying.
if you
What
want to
if-
earn those items, you can earn those on any platform
Yes.
with the season pass purchase.
Yes.
What if I want to earn progress toward the the season pass XP.
I don't know about that one.
This is
That
Yeah,
one I'm
someone
stumped.
actually came up to us today and said they come to the podcast to get info, and I don't believe them.
I'm sorry. We have failed you.
What I'm picturing.
The problem is that Fran is zeroing in on a very nuanced, very
Shocker.
important. He is a very analytical person. Like it makes sense what he's saying. That if we don't know how,
Well, if we don't know Pope, who does know? Because
Luke Smith. He's got the details.
who is analyzing the TWAB more than us?
Who analyzes
Well,
the analyzers?
That's my
what
point.
I want to know.
Yeah, man.
That's what he
Go
wants.
watch
That's what Two Times is trying to bring out here. Is that we've got a question that is above what they're stating.
Yeah.
That we want clarification
Yeah.
again.
It does seem that Luke's saying if you own the season pass, it travels with you.
Yes.
Yes.
But
What do
obviously,
you guys
Chef-
think about this battle pass mentality, though?
Oh,
How do
I
you
think it's
feel
great.
about
It's
it?
clear.
Yeah, the first impression I had was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't mind having more options
What a
for the.
lukewarm response.
Well, because like I
Sure.
see.
Cool.
I'll be honest. Like I
Yes.
saw the battle pass, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I wasn't over the moon about a battle pass for Destiny. You know, it's not a battle royale.
I was over the moon to see
love
what
the
I would
over the
consider
moon.
Eververse armor, though, earnable by playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That made me really happy.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Well, they've
Yeah.
already done like a whole restructure of that to where every Eververse piece you own is already going to be like an ornament for all the
Yeah.
legendary gear. So it's like it's
But
already.
I felt over
it's
the
already
last
getting
year that
restructured.
if I want that cool like Indiana Jones looking gear that is available right now, I have to go pay for it. I don't get a chance to earn it in game.
Right.
And to me,
Yeah.
that lessens the value of that gear because when I walk around the tower in that gear, it's not showing some cool accomplishment I did. It's just saying
you
well,
ain't killing raid bosses.
Here's
Right?
I look like this because I paid to look like this. I didn't earn this.
Thin
I
church.
I guess I earned it by like working
Thin
at a
church
job,
says.
but.
From the collections
mean?
of Fen Church.
To see that kind of cosmetic gear go to, it is now something I earned by playing the game.
By
It's
just
It's like when you have a
playing how
raid
it's
set.
more
normally play.
valuable.
It's like when you have a raid set, right?
Yeah.
You're like, check me out.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, Brian. It's still not something that's like, oh man, I can't wait to jump into Shadowkeep to get this battle pass. It's like, cool, I like that method.
I just like the system of Destiny being
I
monetized
feel
better.
like yeah, so it feels more so like it's just an added thing that they're giving instead of they're adding this battle pass and it's a whole different thing. It's like, well, now you get to just play the game the way that you normally would and gain XP the way you normally did, but now
Exactly.
you get stuff as well.
Now you get a guaranteed pathway for that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I do like that. I do like the guaranteed pathway.
Yeah.
It's just, those aren't the things that I boot up Destiny for.
Right.
You know, I boot up because of,
Well, and we still have all the other stuff, which is good. We just
Yeah.
also have this extra thing. It's just kind of like an extra thing. I think the only thing that people have been upset about that I've heard is that there's an exotic in the pass.
right.
So
instead of
There's
like
multiple exotics in the past.
no,
No,
There's only the hand
There's
cannon.
What? Yeah, there's only the hand cannon in the past.
Ariana, wait.
Ariana's
Lola? No, not Lola. Val.
Val.
That's
Val?
it.
Yeah.
Wait an hour. It's not been an hour. It's lying. Maybe it has been an hour.
I
Never
think
mind.
it's been an hour.
The reason.
Oh, because exotics are so
I got
overpowered.
tweeted. Watts, I got tweeted about this a bunch, and I didn't understand why exactly.
So in the free battle pass, I'm calling it a battle pass. If I don't, it's confusing.
You should.
It-
It's
Way
basically
easier to
Val.
understand.
Yeah.
It's basically Val.
So in the free one, you get Ariana's Vow at rank 35. In the paid one, you get it at rank 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So people are upset about that because you can buy the pass and get
Get
the
an
gun.
exotic.
But,
It's
but my
literally one
situation
thing.
is though, okay. So who is this person? Tell me who this person is. Who is playing Destiny for 3 months, does not get the hand cannon, decides that they want to spend $10 on the season pass now, or they want to because the way that they're doing the battle pass is that they're gonna say towards the last 2 to 4 weeks of the season, people are gonna be able to buy ranks to fill it out if they want to.
Oh, interesting.
So
That's, I think, interesting.
who is this
Yeah.
person who plays Destiny for 3 months, doesn't get to rank 35 to get the gun for free, decides they want to buy the ranks
Hope
to
Bear.
35?
How fair is this person?
He's
But
sitting
this
here.
is- but so how much is each rank going to be? Because the season pass is $10.
They gave
so
us
I don't understand.
It's very.
They gave us
sim-
a measurement, right? Like, if you play Strikes for an hour, you'd get Like one.
For a lot of
It almost
XP
was
level?
an hour for a level, but it could be less over the course of being.
Depending on how fast you run through the content.
Yeah.
But about an hour a level.
I'm telling you that
It can be less.
for
looks
me,
like it'll be better.
For me, I enjoy the season of playing, and I'm going to play as often as I can. And I have responsibilities and things that I'm going to try to get to. But each season for me is like a checkpoint, if you will. And now this community is moving on to a new checkpoint, a new level.
A new era.
And I want to be a part of that. It's important for me to be a part of that. And now there's a new segment to that. If I'm a working, I have an adult I'm working 80 hours a week. It doesn't matter for me to drop $5, $10 on something like this. I spend that on I go to Starbucks in the morning and I buy coffee for a couple, coworkers, and I'm spending $25. To me, it really doesn't matter if I drop that kind of money on to be caught up with all of my friends online.
Well, we didn't close the fridge.
Someone didn't close the fridge.
So you like this? You like that you can? There's a catch up mechanic that costs cash?
I love that opportunity, and I don't know what that catch up looks like. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have to play it to see if it feels right. But to be honest with you, I do like the fact that I can.
You know what, Pope? When I was reading this, and they said, hey, if you're running a bit behind, you can pay cash. I was like, how about a double XP weekend or a triple XP weekend?
They probably will.
Right?
Like that would be way more elegant than, hey, give us $20.
The problem with that is it sort of breaks the economy. What happens with people that play a lot, and you offer a universal 3, triple XP, double XP, all of a sudden you're getting a flood of resources into people that play a lot. And
Well,
so,
yeah, but you're doing it at the end of the season where they're.
But you're breaking the economy because all that turns into, they're going to break that armor down, right? They're gonna,
That's not that much.
all I'm saying is that.
What, for legendary shards or something?
I don't know. What is our economy going to be? Destiny always seems to come up with some new.
Nightmare fuel.
something.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
So wait,
Hopefully
did
they
we
accounted for that.
did we say it clearly? They don't even know, but it's probably the last 2 to 4 weeks. They're evaluating that they'll
If
let
they're
you.
gonna do it, yeah.
Yeah, they did say they will. They're not sure at what point, and they're going to look at the progression of how the community does, and then decide do they do it, earlier, later, and let you catch up if you want. But they stressed, and I think it's just important to get out there. They want you to earn this. Is ideal, but they know that people have lives and life gets in the way, and
you don't want to be missing out.
Yeah, you might literally have family emergency
Everybody
stuff
who
for 90
plays
days.
hardcore has already experienced this stuff. The
Yeah.
people
this is
somebody
more a casual
allowing
thing.
a casual to move up is not going to hurt a hardcore person's feelings.
No, that's not the. My question is, would it be better to address this by having a double XP or a triple XP
and I
weekend,
think
as opposed to just I didn't get to play as much Destiny as I wanted this quarter.
Yeah.
So I gotta give them an extra $40 so I get all the stuff I want.
I mean, what items in here? I mean, we don't know the meta, but there's only probably this exotic hand cannon, which you get pretty much right away anyway. I don't think it's going to be a big
legendary
deal.
armor
Ornaments.
Yeah,
Armor.
Yeah, but meaning it doesn't affect the play. So what?
I feel like
So-
it's more cosmetic, except for the hand
Exactly,
cannon.
and that's the point. All this goes away, although it does get added back to the loot pool at some point. They said it'll take less than 6 months. We don't even know how long. It will get added back to the loot pool, but meaning, what do you care if? I get your point of hey, I earned this. I got to level 50 and 100 or whatever quickly, and I didn't buy my way into it. Although, what's funny is you get stuff earlier. You right away in rank 1, you get a full set, right? Which we're all gonna do.
Right off the
You're
bat.
not gonna be able to brag with this armor anyway. But meaning, why would it bother you that they're selling it to people, say, 2 to 4 weeks late at the end? What's in there that really matters?
I was actually looking at this system thinking, I almost want to start a new account and play it
I've
without
been thinking
paying
about
for
that
the
too.
season
To
pass.
experience.
To experience, because
What it's
the
like to
progression
play
of
for
it
free.
is going to be
Yeah.
way different
That's
than if you
interesting.
paid for it.
That is interesting.
Now, in my situation where I want to raid with you guys day 1, it's not a possibility. 'Cause-
Right. You can't do the free account that way. Yeah.
But day 2, where we've done the raid, I could totally start a new light account and be like, what's this look like?
You're crazy, Briar. I mean, good idea, but do you believe he will ever do multiple accounts?
I don't believe Briar would ever do
I don't
that.
think I will.
Right?
If I
It's a good idea, by the way.
If I could,
That's
without
interesting
not
to me, though.
starting a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
light account, if I could just not buy the season pass account, but still raid with you guys, I don't know.
but you
Can I
can't.
do that?
No, you can't.
No.
No, you have
You
to
gotta
own
have
it.
Shadow Keep.
If you get
I just
Shadow
like
Keep, you
to
get the
yeah.
best.
experience.
You gotta own
You
Shadow
could-
Keep for that.
You could play strikes and you could level up to
Go play
25 or whatever.
PvP, strikes, and
Play
Gambit.
strikes.
Is
Labs.
All
You
right,
can play
you said
Elimination
Gambit,
with
and I
us.
was like, I'm checking out.
You can play
You're-
Elimination with us for free.
You can get
Check it
Dredgen again.
I do want to, like, on the pod, because we're on this podcast, I
this
do
is a-
want to have a New Light experience. Like, I just want to know what it feels like to go into New Light and start it up from scratch.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
the same thing because they're gonna have that new
That
mission
you can
that's
do.
like a
Yeah.
redux of the original D1 mission.
I might do this. One of my kids is looking into doing New Light, and I might just do it with him.
That'd be cool.
so.
Kind of duos.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting. We should say what's free in New Light. They made the list, and I gotta say, I got it right in front of
Wanna
me.
read it out? Yeah.
I saw Watts. You tweeted this out too. It's really impressive. So,
Yeah.
all Destiny 2 players, whether you're coming into New Light or not, and you have Shadowkeep, you will have access to the following. So this is all free: Patrolling the Moon. We already knew that. The opening mission of Shadowkeep. 2 new strikes. That one surprised me. Crucible updates that will obviously continue. 2 returning PvP maps, which are Widow's Court and Twilight Gap.
Twilight Gap.
Elimination, which will be in Crucible Labs, so you have access to that. Armor 2.0, of course you have access to. Eye of the Gate Lord, the seasonal artifact, new finishers, 2 new pinnacle weapons. One for Gambit, one for Crucible.
We got to talk about that later.
Almost done, yeah. Free seasonal rank rewards, which include the new exotic weapon, Ariana's Vow, 3 legendary armor sets, 1 per class basically, 2 legendary weapons. Then you get the best of Year 2 Bright Engrams. Breast of Year 2?
The breast of Year 2.
Glimmer and
The
upgrade
bosom
modules.
of Year 2.
The bosom of Year 2. Obviously, the important part here is that first you're like, wait, like you're giving away all this legendary armor and even 2 legendary weapons, but those are a single roll from what I understand, right? They're not like, you're not going to get a god roll out of this, but you'll get a chance to try out these 2 legendary weapons. Same with the armor.
Right,
You
yeah.
want enhanced sniper on that armor, you're going to have to pick up the pass.
New Light is a
Yeah.
fish hook, right? It's a fish hook.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we're
of
trying
course.
to...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to give you something for free and get you hooked in.
Who does it-
Obviously, they
who-
want to build
yeah.
the player base.
Well, it's a lot of people who were burned, rightfully
Yeah,
so.
sure. By
who
Destiny
said, I'm
1
not
or
putting
Destiny 2."
another dime into Destiny ever again.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people who did that.
There's
The
a ton of people.
The D2
yeah.
vanilla burn.
Now they get to try what this D2 looks like for free
Yeah.
and feel the difference. And I think that this is Bungie putting their money where their mouth is and saying, look,
When there was
We
the
believe-
free
we believe
PlayStation
that people will sign
weekend
up.
and the free PC weekend, we're all like, why isn't there a free version of Destiny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes
We had it
perfect
briefly.
sense
Yeah.
to
It
have
was
a
a-
free version of Destiny.
yeah.
It makes sense that
It
there's a
does,
free
yeah.
version of Destiny.
Yeah.
So there,
The
this
game is
new
so
this,
big now.
this new model, I believe, is shows the confidence that they have in their new direction. Also, I believe it shows the confidence that they have in their DLCs
Yeah.
because that's where their money is.
Oh, we got to talk about that too.
Oh, there's
Is
also
this
gonna be
4
4.
DLCs.
There's
Yeah.
going to be 4 instead of 3.
And just
Okay.
to bounce off what he said, the commitment,
No,
I think...
there's no bouncing here.
No, I have to follow up what he said, which is I see the
Follow a bounce.
It's a fall. Is that a ricochet or is that a rebound?
Just let me follow.
It's
you.
a ping pong.
It's a ping-
It's a coattail. Let me just be on your
You're riding on my coat.
All I wanted to say was you said it, but to me, I really see the commitment, and I mean this in a very like hype fanboy way. But like as someone who's been doing this for 5 years, I see a commitment to we're not just going to give you this little fish hook, which the bait's not that great. It's Destiny Year 1 and whatever. Try
Right.
it out. It's
It's like there's a filet mignon sitting on that
I was
hook.
2 new strikes,
You
like
get to-
all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You get new gear. You get to be a part of it, but like to bring those players in means a lot to us. I think that's if the community could double,
Yeah,
that
right?
means a lot
Well,
to
Fran,
players
what-
like
it-
us.
is it-
Fran,
think about it
real
like
quick.
this.
I'm sorry, Tetsy. Real quick.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, I had something.
If I was your friend,
if
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 Yeah.
let's
Big
be clear, that's a
Clip
big.
that, please. Holy cow, man!
and I had never played Destiny before,
Oh,
and you wanted
Okay,
you
this
wanted
is a
to pull me
scenario.
in,
This
and
is
you're
a
like,
scenario.
Hey, there's New Light. Do you think you could actually play with me while I was doing New Light?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
There
That's
is
what's
only
beautiful.
one.
That's the- yeah.
They've stated this. There's only one thing that you can't play with your friends when you first sign up on the account, and that's the first mission. and after that, you're welcome to join up with any Guardian as soon as you fly back
Once
to
you
the tower.
finish it.
No, that first mission. So they have a concoction, like a augmented first mission, like the original
The Destiny
villain.
one.
The OG
Oh, yeah,
Destiny.
they
So
do.
where
First you do your
you're fighting
intro.
you're fighting that first, taken or fallen captain.
Yeah.
You get your ship. You go back to the tower, and that's the new first mission.
Right. They
And
set
then
you up.
They set you up
Yeah.
with that first initial story, and then the rest is up to you. If I'm not mistaken, is that right?
No, you're right. You're right. Wait.
You guys, nobody else.
Wait,
No,
what do you
I was- I
hesitate?
was-
Nobody
100%
was paying
right.
attention.
I was
I didn't hear
reading.
the
I'm
end.
sorry.
No,
It's
in
okay.
No, Pope.
I got
you're-
distracted by the
Don't
stickers.
make me do it.
No, Pope. It's okay. Don't do it.
I
It's
swear to
recorded.
God.
Pope,
You want to catch these
you're
names.
100% right. It's really cool, actually, and another reason to try New Light with a new account. You get
It's really
to
hard.
Should we just get rid
You
of
get
the
to go back
podcast
to the
and
beginning
have,
of
like,
listening
Destiny 2.
sometimes.
DCP
Right?
boxing match?
We're gonna have a throwdown.
Yeah.
I'm really listening. Wait,
It is cool.
Sorry, I was trying to
New
start a fight
players
on the other side
are
of the table.
intro- So even if you, I guess if you own Destiny 2, you wouldn't use New Light. But anyway, if you use New Light, you hop in and you do play an introductory mission to get you familiar with what it is. But then
If you're-
after that,
if you're
you
a
can
fresh
do.
count.
Yeah, but after that, it is a barrier. First, you leap through that barrier. I don't know if it's going to take 40 minutes or 20 or whatever. But then you can go in and we can just go do a strike.
Starting
Those
people
12.
off at 700 power level too is huge.
750.
750.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Amazing.
like that's huge because
Yeah,
immediately,
everything gets put to 750.
like if me and Fran were friends, which we're not. Let's be clear.
See how I'm leaning away from him? You see the body language of like
Oh,
the
man.
farther that I can really get away
Yeah.
from him. Sorry.
But like
Yeah.
seriously, like that's huge because we can immediately play together. Like even though you've been playing
Yeah.
for 5 years, as a new player,
Jump in
we
a
just
strike.
start playing.
Yeah.
I hope that they
Wait,
do something
hold on,
similar.
Hold on.
Go, go.
Briar was saying, like, do you think somebody's really going to jump in new, that's your buddy, and start
Yeah.
playing Destiny with you? And Briar, yes, I think so,
Yeah.
because there is a ton of power on the map that you're going to have available to you as a new light player, from strikes to
Yeah.
PvP to Gambit.
Well,
To a
in October
flashpoint.
we start at square one, right?
Yeah, well, you're going to be 750 because everybody gets boosted to 750. They
Right.
said,
well, they're gonna have white gear at 750.
yeah, but they're going to be earning stuff really quick.
Real
And
quick,
Yeah,
I would
and again,
imagine.
their light level, their power difference is going to be a problem. The real difference is if they want to jump into Shadow Keep missions
Yeah, you're gonna
beyond the
have to
first
buy it.
one, they'll have to buy Shadow Keep.
Yeah.
And if they want to
Yeah.
play the raid
Yeah.
to earn that sweet new
But if
gear,
you're-
they're going hold on. They're
Okay.
going to have to do the raid. Now, if somebody invests 20, 30, maybe 40 hours into the free version,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really tough for them to not want to be like,
Oh
maybe
yeah.
I'll spend that
Maybe I'll
money to
just
play the
spend
raid.
$10
When
too,
you
to,
get-
like, get the
Yeah.
pass.
Sniped
Yeah.
with the new sniper meta weapon that everybody's using, and they're like, "What is that?"
And you're like,
"Sorry, it's part of
"Oh."
Shadow Keep."
Think of it like
season
this.
pass.
Think of it like this. Somebody, it's
$10 though.
Somebody's in patrol, your buddy, and is like whips out 1,000 voices, and you're like, "Where'd you get that 1,000 voices?"
Yeah.
Like, well, it's the raid.
Well, that's my
exactly
question
it.
actually.
What
Is
comes
like
that?
you see Outbreak Prime, your friend is using Outbreak Prime, and you're seeing like the Siva stuff go, and you're like, "Hey, how do I get that?" Well, you got to go do this mission, and you know you got to do the stuff that CC dragged. You know, he helped me get through back last summer. Is anybody going to be there to help you do that now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, the new
I think
light
we're gonna.
So this goes to my point. I hope that they do something similar to what they did, like a more advanced version of the refer a friend.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're redoing that system, right?
right. So that's what I'm hoping. We haven't really gotten information on that or what the perks and rewards
We know the
are.
old system is going.
But I
on.
Yeah.
really, really hope that they invest significantly in giving rewards to established veteran players in supporting kindergartens. It's anybody in New Light is gonna get hooked on Destiny if they hear from people that are veteran players about how great the game is, and the only way they do that is if we're playing with them. And so I feel like they incentivize that
Well-
with some cool stuff, and we're there.
So I just I agree with you partially, but I also think that as soon as somebody sees some dope exotic,
Well,
like
there's
1,000
multiple
voices,
pathways.
if they see
yeah.
things like anarchy,
Yeah, even truth, you're gonna have to buy what Forsaken.
exactly. If they see
Season
that
Pass.
or Outbreak Perfected and all that, they're gonna see those things. They're gonna be like, "How'd you get that cool gun?" And then somebody's gonna be like,
That's
"Well,
the genius.
Well, I
Wait
went
a-
over and did this mission, but you have to own this for it." They're gonna be like,
I've got
"Do I really
a
want to
question
spend
real
the money?"
quick. I'm sorry. If you see Truth as a new light player, do you have to buy Forsaken to
Pretty
get
sure.
it?
I said that. I believe it. Yes.
That's kept
I
being
think
point.
Truth was free.
Wait, Truth was free. You're right.
No,
Sorry,
Truth
my
is
bad.
free.
Okay.
Truth is free.
All right,
If you
long
want Lumina, you have
Better
to buy it.
example.
If you want
Okay,
Thorn.
so if I
Thorn.
see
Or last word.
Yeah, Thorn the Last Word or
Yeah.
Lumina, you have to buy that.
You're
So
right. Sorry. Bad
if
example.
If I'm the new player and Fran, my best friend, has Thorn, Fran has to tell me that I have to buy year-old content.
Here you
to
go.
get
I got a
Thorn?
better example for you, Briar. You're in quick
Say
play.
Anarchy.
You're in quick play, and a friendly Titan with one eye mask Yodens you from across the map.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, "How do I get this Yoden?" And you're
I
gonna
don't
be
love
like,
this. I don't love this.
Yeah, this is
You
a
don't
very
like that?
hate-filled statement.
"What?"
This is a
So-
hate-filled statement.
So
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm just saying
right,
that
I
if
wanna
you
know.
happen to have gotten Yodened across the map,
Why are you
Then
picking
you're gonna look it
Titan
up and be
with
like,
a one-eyed mask?
No.
and Yoden?
Hold on, real quick.
Just
In
go.
all seriousness, I
maybe a
don't love
blast
the
furnace
fact.
too.
I don't love the fact that I just started the game with New Light, and Fran has to explain to me as my new best friend that I've got to buy year-old content to get Thorn or Yoda.
this is the perfect segue because I've been wanting to ask the devil's advocate question.
Let's
of,
have it.
Do you foresee this paywall perception issue, which is, and I wonder how it's going to work visually. It's like, oh, we're playing together. Watts, your new light. Come on in. Let's play. Cool. And we're loaded into the strike playlist. I would assume that if I'm playing with you, it filters out. I assume.
No, all strikes are available, regardless.
Every last strike?
yes,
Even
every
when
strike.
you-
Okay,
even
fine.
when
They
you-
said
Nightmares.
that. They said
Fine.
that all PvP maps,
Pick something else.
all
Fine.
PvP maps, all strikes, all gambits.
Every
stuff.
last strike?
Yes.
Yes.
Forsaken.
In all,
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
in all patrol zones.
That's how they get
are
rid of it.
available in New Light.
Okay, sorry.
I think that's a managerial type of thing to like make it not a pain in the ass to be able to have people play with each other, not split populations.
So let's say we want to play the story dailies.
Briar's gone. He's using the restroom.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I mean-
we're gonna kill him. We're gonna eat him.
Let's put
Let's
some.
all
That's our
just-
dinner. That's our dinner plans.
Do
That's
we
why we're
want,
not
do we
going
want
on.
rosemary and garlic,
We're
right?
not going on.
Rosemary,
Like,
garlic, olive oil.
I got a poison in my watch.
Right.
that I've-
Oh, yeah.
Are we doing rosemary, garlic, olive oil? Are we doing more of a dry rub?
That does sound good.
I like
Oh,
dry rub.
Dry rub like
Yeah,
like
dry rub.
Kansas
Something like
City dry
barbecue.
rub. You know.
Can we?
But
slow
we're gonna
cook
have to,
brisket?
we're gonna
What kind
have
of
to kill him
sauce?
quick though.
You know what? I
because if
want
we're
some
gonna-
brown sugar and
Yeah.
some cayenne.
Right.
Yeah. Little
Right.
honey.
Little brown sugar.
Oh.
Do we do like a slow roast, like a low temperature for like a few hours?
Oh, you gotta
Yes,
braise
or-
it. Braise the
That's what I'm saying.
brine.
Finish it on a hot grill.
Yes. Well,
That
sear.
is. This is.
It's good.
This is
Should we
gonna be
wait? Should we
delicious.
bury him in like sand kind of thing, like a?
Ah.
You know how they do
Smoked
the
like a
Yeah,
pig?
like a
Yeah.
stuck pig.
Wow.
Like
We
a.
also
I
said
would
you
say
can roll
good.
something, so we need
Island
to-
Do we use like banana leaves and the whole deal?
Just so long as it's gluten free, I'm okay.
Okay, we can
Is
do
Brian
this.
gluten free though?
Briar is gluten free. He did drink a lot of that.
Yeah,
IPA.
you have to let that get through first. You're gonna
We're gonna have to cook him through. He's got to be fully cooked.
Okay.
I'm liking island
No
stuff.
rare.
Anyway,
No rare.
so
Anyway, so
as it pertains
Yes.
to
He's going back.
getting, say, into a story mission, for example,
Brian's gonna trip over the light.
the
Oh, God.
Briar, I know you have a version of my
Hey, what's up,
camera,
guys?
so
hey,
if
it
you
going, Briar?
if you knock the camera over. Anyway, all I was going for with this devil's advocate
like the
question
hat. Do it again.
was, oh, what did you switch a hat or something?
He turned it
turned
around.
it around.
You know, the back
Oh.
of that?
That's Molotov,
I
Briar.
like it.
Molotov Briar?
Molotov.
Yeah, the Molotov cocktail store
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
on the bridge.
the question was, do you foresee any problems when, say, you load in and you're like, oh crap, you can't do
yes,
that?
there's
And
going to be that.
Is it going to be frustration for the
I think
new
it's gonna
player
be-
and us, or is it going to
There's
actually
totally gonna be frustration if you tell me that I've got to buy last year's content. If you say I got to buy Shadowkeep, oh well, that's brand new.
Yeah.
But if I gotta buy Forsaken,
Here's the thing. They are never going to be able to get away from that.
like
problem.
Menagerie, right? Don't you
Yeah.
have to buy?
You have to own that.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I
have to
said.
own
Yeah.
Season Opulence to do Menagerie. There is no way that they can get away from that problem. So I'd rather them embrace these situations and these problems than try to avoid them with
Yeah.
the paywall. You know, so like, yeah, it's gonna come up where somebody's got a New Light account. They're gonna be like, "Hey, you want to go do this raid?" And I'm gonna be like, "I don't have that, man." You know, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'd rather have them be able to have access to the game initially.
yeah,
To try it
at
out.
$7.50.
Yeah, then cut it completely out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Briar, you don't,
And-
need, you don't need to reach out. Just leave that down.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't
so
need to
what?
read anything.
What I'm thinking is honestly, you know, there's only so much content in Shadowkeep, and so ultimately they're selling new players, Forsaken and Shadowkeep. If
Yeah.
I feel like if there was enough content, and there is 4 installments of the season pass or 4 season passes. Sorry, that we can talk about. But I feel like it's just not quite enough, and so they're combining the two. But I do agree the right thing to do, it sounds like everybody agrees, we should have just given everybody Destiny Year 1 and 2. I mean, Destiny 2 Year 1 and 2 for free.
Forsaken as well.
Yeah. Like, meaning,
Yeah.
like, would you mind...
I'm going to agree.
Would you mind as someone who's already bought it, that the year's over and now you're Shadowkeep, and all we have to buy is the new year? Like, call it
I don't even know if they need to give the content, Fran, but the weapons and the exotics, because
well, you're saying
and
keep
you
a
gotta have
story
the
from
content.
that?
You gotta have the content.
Like, why
thrown
keep
in.
a story? Yeah,
See,
the weapons are where it's at.
As a player, I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah,
like I was
that's what I'm
there
saying.
when it first dropped, so I'm okay with that. I have seen, some angry Redditors be like, I got the base game for free and I paid $60. God damn it! It's like,
Yeah. I mean,
those guys are pointing a finger saying, "Don't listen to me.
It's like
I'm not worth
Well, your
it."
It's
problem
like,
is
I
you get
get-
into Reddit to begin with.
bingo. I got a dose of Reddit,
Actually,
and
Reddit has
and
been
it
like
seared
really
my
good
face a
lately.
little bit.
A
All
little
right. So yeah, I get that. That's that's always going to be an issue. And that's people are going to have that that thing that happens. That opinion.
So
do we know how much Forsaken's going to cost?
40
So I think
with the whole season pass.
I think that they.
Forsaken.
I think if they did a better job of pricing out Forsaken, that would be more manageable for me.
Okay,
Wait, I'm
what
sorry.
I was gonna say,
$14.99.
Hold on,
Is
hold on,
$40 for the year pass?
for the
For all
whole
of it.
for Forsaken and all the seasons that we've just experienced.
yeah.
Opulent Scourge.
All the seasons we just experienced.
Yeah. So
Not the
Forge,
seasons in the future.
Forge,
Yeah.
Season of
Opulent
the Drifter,
Scourge, yeah.
Oh yeah.
and Season of
But there
Opulence.
is going to be a yearly pass this year too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's going to be refocused because they're saying that they can't keep up with that schedule, so it's going to have a different angle.
We
this
don't
year.
know the
Seems
price
more
of that.
story focused.
I think
Oh,
it's
no, we
40
do.
also, right?
It's so.
Well, it's $10 an
Oh
installment.
no, it
so-
was 60
right?
for Shadowkeep plus the season pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what it was.
Is there a way on October 1st for me to know how much I'm going to spend for the year of Destiny?
Yeah.
What is it?
$60.
$60.
Yeah. it's
$60 gets me all the DLCs.
Shadowkeep all the DLC.
Yeah, another year of
And-
Destiny with everything is $60.
Yep.
That's a fair price
Yeah.
to me.
So here's what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
totally.
Obviously, as a player, I don't care if somebody were to get what I just played free. I know some people have like this moral, justification that suddenly gets jolted and they get angry about that.
Those voices, yeah.
About
Yeah.
what? Taffy, I'm sorry.
They get pissed off over the fact that they played like Menagerie and suddenly people are getting it for free.
No, it's
They're-
old. You
Yeah,
don't-
exactly.
If
To
you
me,
buy a used car, it
I know.
just costs less money.
to me, it's old. Whatever. I care less. But
It's not free.
from a Bungie perspective,
Very nice.
they're getting their legs as an
Some
independent,
use them for it
and so they need to make sure that they have these income sources happen. So I understand that like they want to charge $40 for that year of content,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then maybe they drop it to 26 months later or something like
Forsaken
that.
is a lot of content.
It is a
Just
lot of
in
content.
Forsaken.
It's a ton of content, and then maybe a
With the
year
season
from now
pass.
you get both year 1 and year 2 all bundled in there for whatever the next thing is going to be.
You know what it is that strikes me as weird, like as a new light player, is Fran telling me, well, you got to buy a Shadowkeep because it's the new stuff. Oh yeah, I've been having fun playing with Fran. It's new, it's Destiny. I'm really enjoying it.
Have you, Brian?
Have you really? Because you're not friends, so.
And Fran is over here saying to me, yeah, you got to buy Shadowkeep if you want to keep playing.
Yeah, man. You want to be cool? You should buy Shadow.
But I'm like, well, I want to get
Oh,
Thorn,
you got
I
that
wanna
new
get,
exotic?
So,
I want to get
Bro.
that other
Right.
stuff, and then Fran has to say, well, you also have to buy
right.
Forsaken.
So in chat, Seamus said that
Yeah.
there's going to be other ways to
Seamus.
get old
Seamus?
exotics. So
Wait,
if there's a way for you to get old exotics by just getting like Shadowkeep or
They
stuff.
addressed that. Were they talking about the stuff that's in the next seasons, or are they talking about the stuff that was in
I don't think they're talking
the
about
last
next season
I
stuff.
haven't seen that quote. You're saying like, what's an example in your mind, Watson?
Thorn.
They definitely addressed it. Like if you
Which
miss
came with
out
Drifter.
on
Yeah.
the Shadowkeep season, what's
And
the
are
Shadowkeep
we
season
talking
called?
about this whole conversation just because we feel that as a new player you'll be turned off by the price tag?
No, as a new player, I'd be turned off when Fran, especially Fran, tells me
Especially
that
Frankie
you have to
Two
buy Shadowkeep to get the new stuff. But if you if you really want the new experience, you got to get Shadowkeep, and you got to get the old stuff.
You know why, Brock? Because you got to buy it 2 times.
It's kind of
That's what's up.
It's kind of why I hate
What
when
about
it's kind of when
what are you gonna do?
I hate when Bungie releases DLC right before Christmas, Because as a new player to Destiny, you download Destiny or you put your disc in your system, and you were immediately confronted with, hey, new DLC came out 20 days before Christmas, but you don't have that because your idiot mom didn't.
Let's
Your mom's not an idiot. Your mom's
let's
not
not
an idiot.
stop throwing blends
But
at people's moms.
Your mom didn't know to buy
mom
you
shame.
the newest version of Destiny. She just bought you Destiny.
Isn't it funny that dads never buy you game content? Apparently,
It's always mom.
from the
It's
internet,
always
it's like
mom.
mom
That's
had to
true.
do
I
it.
never.
I
Yeah,
don't
my
know
dad
why.
never bought me any video
No.
games.
Dad's an
That's true.
asshole.
It actually is true. My dad wouldn't do it.
So I think, Briar,
But you know what I mean? It's like,
to your point, I think
if
that
you get Destiny as a Christmas gift,
that's
you almost always have to get the DLC.
so for marketing purposes, I think that companies do this
I don't know what we're
similarly.
talking about, to be honest.
We're talking
What
about
are we arguing
That
about?
it's confusing,
What's confusing?
potentially. I thought to when you hit a paywall, is it going to be good or bad for the
So-
audience? I think
The only
That was the
issue
question.
is if a new player gets used to a free model and is then disappointed when they have to pay for content.
No.
they should expect it. It's a
No,
free
no, no,
game.
yeah, that's what it is. Because
In this-
they're playing with
in
their
this
friend.
circumstance,
I'm playing with Fran.
I'm getting 2
and Fran's
paywalls.
like,
I'm getting a new one, Shadowkeep. Okay, I like what I'm playing in New Light. Shadowkeep. Let's go do Shadowkeep. Oh wait, to really get it though, I need to also buy Forsaken.
No.
to play the story missions in the raid, you have to buy for sake.
Yeah.
Or I mean, for
Well,
the,
to get the exotics
the
like
Shadowkeep.
Thorn and stuff.
What are you saying, Fran?
But what if they start
Do
selling
we almost have a
Thorn?
camera
What if they
meltdown?
start selling Thorn at like Xur and stuff? What about is it?
Yeah, what if they
Look,
introduce Thorn later on in the loophole?
Yeah, the truth
Tomo,
is,
just slap it on the ass and see what happens.
we don't know. Oh, sorry, the cat got close to my camera. And I go, oh. It's fine. Is that Tobias or Bella?
That's Bella.
Bella's
Frank?
chill. She's fine.
Frankie 2 times doesn't want to lose a $1,000 camera.
Plus, Mirabella, Bella. She wouldn't do me wrong like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, I think we got a little off the rails because we don't know all the
Yeah,
details. But this is exactly it, which is there's going to be a point of confusion when you're playing, and
100%,
it's like,
yeah.
wait, where did you get that? Where do I get it? Some of that I think could be cool. Some of it is the negative of like it's going to cost you $50
That's gonna pick up on the mic.
if you really. It's going to. Sorry, we have background noise.
Pope is in the bathroom.
That was the sound of Pope slamming the toilet down. Oh my god.
Screaming hoot is number 2 in the background. I love it.
It's very bad.
We should probably segue to a new.
Yeah,
I
what
don't
else
even
we
know
have
what
to
we're
talk
talking
about?
about.
I know that.
No one knows
We
what
were just
I
talking
remember
about the divide between a free player and a
Just
player
spend
who's dedicated.
$40. If you like the game that much,
Well,
It's gonna be
honestly, I
confusing,
think
but-
that's the main thing is that a new light account is for somebody to see if they like Destiny.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's really hard to be like, do I want to spend $40 on a game that I might just not like?
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
not a free to
But
play
you have the
game.
chance-
It's you can play a lot of it for free, and then if you like it, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if
you have
you-
the chance to play it. I mean, that's the point. You
Yeah.
guys said it earlier, which is
It's
like
just
after
a weird
40 hours,
optic.
aren't you going to want to do it? But we're all going to have to get. What I was really thinking most about is when you load into something and it's got that red, you can't load in. That's because remember when people are lower level?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I'm guessing by the way, because we haven't seen it, is that the experience? When
Everybody's going to be $7.50.
No, I know, but meaning I'm saying content. So when I hover over
There's
Last
gonna be
Wish and you don't know
content.
Forsaken.
I'm going to suggest that we maybe move on to.
Yeah, I just did. But
All right.
providing that example, I think you're going to run into the red bar, and it's going to say for one
If
person
you
you have
want
to
to
purchase.
play Forsaken story content,
You need to purchase, and it's going
Yeah.
to tell me they don't own this content, and whatever that's
Exactly.
expected.
And some
Um,
people are just going to play PvP.
Exactly.
I mean, it happens,
So-
or it
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
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 We wanted to talk about the fact there's 4 season passes versus 3.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe that's a good one to
Before
jump
we
on.
talk about the future, which is the season passes,
future.
let's talk
Wait,
about the
shouldn't we
highlights.
wait till after and talk about the future?
Let's talk about what they said. 2 pinnacle
We're gonna go
weapons.
back to the future.
Oh yeah, you still want to
Does
talk
Yeah.
it sound like there's not going to be a Vanguard pinnacle weapon?
It just said Gambit and
Unless
Crucible.
you have to
Are
pay
free.
to get the Vanguard.
Wouldn't
That's
that
a
be
good
weird?
question.
Though?
It would be
like
weird.
if they made a
It would be
thing
very
where
strange.
like, hey, you could do strikes to get this stuff.
Literally between
But you
the
have to
lines.
own
Yeah,
Shadowkeep.
yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Wouldn't that be weird?
That
right?
would be very
like,
weird.
are they cutting back the pinnacle weapons?
2 new. They do just say you'll have access as someone who owns Shadowkeep, but also New Light, to 2 new pinnacle weapons. But they don't say anything about the 3rd.
No.
Do you
It's
feel
because they
shafted? Know when to go? Know
Well,
when to go
actually, no, loaded
2.0?
questions.
Anytime I'm sitting next to Frankie 2 times, I feel shafted.
What is happening? This is why you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're just listening and watch. And
This is
see
a good
what's
time to plug the YouTube
happening
channel.
on camera.
Ring the bell. You know, leave us a comment.
You know what?
Let us know
What
what
if
you think
they're
about this
adding-
episode.
What if they're adding a pinnacle weapon to a different activity? So instead,
Oh yeah, I was
like
wondering
if
about
it's
that too.
Vex
But
offensive,
then why is it not
or
free? Or
Because
maybe they
you-
just didn't say.
Well, that's
Because
like-
it's part of Shadowkeep.
because it's part of Shadowkeep.
It's
Do
a
we
new
care
activity
if
for
it's
Shadowkeep.
free?
No.
Well, for us, obviously no, because we're gonna buy the game regardless. But like,
Shills.
you know, yeah, because we're shilling for Bungie.
What if
obviously.
What if they instead of doing like a? What if they do a pinnacle for that activity each season?
Like imagine if Menagerie
Like Vex
had,
offensive?
Had a
Well, what if Menagerie
new-
had a pinnacle? So think of
Yeah.
it like that with Shadowkeep.
Right. So the one in Shadowkeep is called Vex Offensive. We know that. That's the new. I think there's a delivery or something.
No, it's
Let's hope.
There's a
Holtzmann is
delivery.
here.
There's a
Can you
delivery.
let Patrick in?
Why is he creeping?
So, but here's the question still, which is like, why?
Birthday card list.
Let's say there is a Vex Offensive, Menagerie-esque pinnacle weapon.
Okay.
Why is it not free? Like, well,
Because
because
it's
it's
part of
exclusive.
Shadowkeep.
Maybe you're
Shadowkeep
right.
Maybe.
is going to be the gatekeeper of that activity.
And maybe they just don't want to talk about that yet. Can you come say hi?
Is this beauty?
Say hi to the
You
camera.
don't have to give away secrets.
The microphone's in the middle of Tim's.
No
We
secrets
got-
given. Who's here now?
The
Who's
bread
this?
has
Who's this guy?
arrived.
This is really professional. This is way better.
Professional.
You're right.
This is way better than when I did it.
We did
Holtzman's
get
here.
Is that the Patrick Casey?
The
The Holtzmann?
Holtzman.
The
What
Holtz?
have you been doing all day, Holtz?
Playing World of Warcraft.
How
That
many
hot
hours?
topic?
Are you playing the
Let
old
you do
version?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
How is it?
Are you destroyed that Forever 21's going out of business?
It is.
Are they?
It is kind of a. Are they actually going out of business?
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of sucks. I like
Sit
a
down
lot of
for a
the-
second.
I like
I'm gonna
a
go to
lot
the
of
bathroom.
the. I like a lot of the men's t-shirts.
Why is Forever 21 connected to Holtz?
Yeah, I
it's
thought it was a
Hot
hot
Topic.
topic thing.
Hot
I
Topic
mean,
isn't
Hot
Forever
Topic
21
is,
at
Hot
all.
Topic is Hot Topic.
No, I mean
They're
they're
It's not the
completely
same as
different.
Forever
So,
21.
They are very
so
different.
everybody knows that the people who go to Hot Topic buy their clothes on the outside,
And they
but
go to
their
Forever
clothes on
21?
the inside are Forever 21. He's lace underees and stuff. They're all from Forever 21.
No, actually, they're Uniqlo.
Uniqlo?
Uniqlo.
What is that? I'm
You don't know what
I'm-
Uniqlo
You don't know
is?
about Uniqlo,
I'm
Tefty. They're-
ignorant.
I don't know either.
Inform me.
It's a Japanese clothing store.
Oh.
I discovered
Uniqlo?
them when I was in Japan. I don't know if you knew this, but I was in Japan.
Oh,
And you're surprised I don't know about this?
But they're in America.
wait a second.
Wow,
They
you're
have-
so
they have-
uninformed about Japanese
they have-
clothing.
It's. I didn't even know it was a Japanese store because it's everywhere in America.
It is not everywhere.
It is.
It's only
I have
West
never
Coast.
seen it
heard of
It's
it.
it's in like L.A. I think
Oh, in
there's
the
one.
places
I've been to
that-
shopping
It's,
malls
it's
in
in
LA.
like I think it's in L.A. and
It's
in
called
Seattle.
Uniqlo.
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 That's where that shirt's from. Do you want to come show people?
Uni.
Do you
Can we
want to
get a
show?
demonstration real quick?
Yeah, come show your shirt.
When I first saw Tomo's shirt,
Hey,
I thought
that's-
that it was somebody.
that's
No, you gotta
the
come over
camera.
here.
You got to
You
stand.
gotta go.
Yeah,
stand over
the
here, Tom.
camera's there.
It's a clown.
I thought
that
it was
just
somebody had killed.
Is that
No,
no,
Grover.
that's Grover,
Uniqlo.
right?
Uniqlo.
Is that
No,
It's cause.
Grover.
Cause.
Wasn't Grover purple?
Jerry knows.
Who's the blue one?
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
You killed the Cookie Man?
It's not Cookie Monster.
Why do you hate
You
Cookie
sound actually
Monster?
distraught, Bo.
Yeah, that's fine.
What do you got against cookies, man?
is this French
Jesus.
drink?
They're sweet
Yeah,
and
that's
delicious.
right, yeah.
Don't
What
want
is
to.
this? Yep.
You want? Right?
So this is a special edition with Holtz telling us all the secrets about Shadowkeep
That's right.
coming.
What is coming?
What is
Let
this
us
drink?
know.
First-
What is this drink?
I don't know. It's
It's
Italian.
France. It's
France.
Frankie 2 times.
Yeah, Frankie 2 times concoction
It's
to get
some
you pumped.
IPA.
We really had to reach to replace you, Pope. Or Pope. My bad. I have really insulted Patrick here, and I gotta say I am sorry.
I can't leave that way. I can't leave that way. I have to leave this way.
Yeah, you'll take that camera and go that way, yeah.
Chat, I've got to say I really apologize.
This is on the record. Briar apologizes, and now he will get roasted.
Is that the first time I've ever apologized on the podcast?
Fire up
think
the
so.
oven,
I think so.
450.
That's the first time you ever.
Wait, what? No, you don't get to cook me.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh. Well, there was
Hey, it's been a great podcast.
capture card is wet.
Because there's a bunch of paper towels over there.
Man, this podcast though, this is going
So-
down in infamy.
How's everybody doing?
Well, the good news is the rug's from IKEA. So.
Frankie 2 times. Your mage wall is
Just for the record,
partially
I'd
soaked.
rather lose the connection than the camera. So,
Yes, that's good producer
There was
thought.
a bet at some point of who's going to spill the beer.
There was.
Yeah,
and
who
that
won?
was-
Who won
and
the bet?
We know.
Who
won
said it
now.
was going to be Brian?
we're all right, actually.
Anybody
Just don't
but
move.
Briar?
Just don't move.
You know,
Bella
the
like beer?
production
Is it
crew
wet?
that's going on behind the scenes right now
No,
is
I gotta say,
it is phenomenal.
right?
You know,
This
I
is-
leave for like 1 minute, guys.
I spill
on.
beer on my desk all the time, and nothing
it's,
like this happens.
Stop.
It smells bitter.
Yeah, it's very bitter.
It's
What
very
kind of beer was it, Pope?
I call it the Holtzmann.
No, that's jaded.
It's
Right.
This has been
Jaded would be the correct.
Is
fantastic.
it okay to set this down?
I guess.
Tomo knows.
Come
it's,
on.
If we
Rainier.
lose this,
Rainier.
connection-
Rainier.
Renier.
Oh no, he's drinking Red Hook.
Well, it was.
We was.
No, the R one.
Oh, that's Ranye.
Just don't unplug
That's
anything.
like Target
Yes,
Target.
cable wise. And that.
Rainier.
Yeah.
We might need to put Briar in the break.
That's where we put Fran.
You're in the brig, Briar Rabbit.
Wait, why is this not moving anymore?
Uh-oh.
Because
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Wait. It must be this is the
Yeah.
problem.
Can you hear us still?
How F
No.
are we right now?
Maybe?
It says frozen.
Can you guys hear us?
Something
Any
changed.
audio?
Wait, can you hear us?
There is sound. Rip the video.
Yes, they say we can hear you. Okay, wait. Video. I'll
Clearly they
unplug.
can hear us.
It sounds like porn. Please turn it off.
Audio's fine. So hold on. We just got to get the
The
video
video's
back.
frozen.
did it get
Unplug the webcam and plug it back in.
No. It would be this. Did this actually get anything in it?
No.
Oh, that was unplugged.
Was it? That was
Well,
unplugged?
it was not fully seated.
So we can fix that if that's
Just
the case.
reinstall.
Hold on. It was unplugged? All right, stand by, everybody. And podcast listeners, thank you.
Experiments are happening.
If we re-plug this in the middle of it, what's going to happen?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Well, good thing this is a podcast that's audio based.
You know what I love about these kind of special edition shows?
That they're
Shit show.
It's just a shit show, you know?
It was actually pretty professional until I spilled the beer on the tap.
It was great until I showed up.
Cap is missing, however.
Can you deactivate and then reactivate it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So wait, we're going to
Yeah,
go to
deactivate your
this
beer.
camera for a second.
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
We
We'll go
Webcam?
to this one.
we have to get
Back.
real close.
Aha!
Oh, it's back. It's working.
Did we do it?
Hey! Are we back, everybody?
Awesome.
Briar can't keep us down.
Yo, watch the YouTube version.
When are we
good.
gonna get the flaming
gonna be a wild
dumpster
ride.
emote? Because like it's
Okay.
it's time. All right, we're
I
Yeah,
feel
ready.
it's
like we
definitely
just had
time for
a-
a flaming dumpster emo.
I feel like we just had an intermission.
I have
How's-
beer on my elbow.
How's the rug doing? Anyone know the situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, good point.
I think it looks okay.
Did anyone mop up the rug?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
I
You know,
see.
you gotta blot. You gotta blot the
Oh, okay.
rug.
Well,
All right.
Absorbed it already.
it's an IKEA rug. It's fine. Get another one.
Beer
I'm
comes
sorry.
You're fine.
Where did we leave
I
off?
don't-
I'm not here for it.
Did you guys already talk about the 4 season passes when
Maybe.
Holtzmann was here? No.
We didn't
So
talk about
Holtzman's
the 4
not gonna
season
join us?
passes yet because we were talking about pinnacle weapons and the new activity in Shadowkeep.
Okay.
So let's talk about 4 season passes.
Oh dear God.
Oh.
No, I'm really excited about 4 seasons.
It's like a fun episode.
Yeah, so we're gonna have
That's one
every,
more than 3.
every 3 months we're having like a new season
Yeah.
type thing.
Glass
Yeah.
away from Brian.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so they did say that they couldn't maintain the pace that they were doing. Yeah, they couldn't maintain the pace that they were doing with Susan the Forge, Drifter, and Menagerie and all that. So they've had to like reshift it or refocus it.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as aggressive for the studio because obviously, you know, they have to. They can't.
I was
live
actually
on-
confused about this, Tefty.
Okay.
Because they said that, but then they said there's not going to be 3 seasons like there was last year. There's going to be 4. And then Luke Smith was also talking about, hey, like if we could redo Season of the Forge, you'd see Ada like fly in the tower.
Oh,
That
on a
was
ship,
really cool.
Oh.
by
and
the
you'd
way.
follow her down.
Okay.
And
That's-
then like all this cool shit be happening. I'm like, wait a minute, how is this less than we saw?
No. We need to throw an addendum on that. What he was
Okay.
talking about was that. What he was saying is that they would like to have seasonal content be in a rotational type of effect where, like, what would happen is Season of the Forge would happen, and then Ada would come in towards the end of the season
Right.
and take the baton, the metaphorical baton from the Forges,
Yeah.
or, sorry, she would give it to the Drifter, my bad. Ada would give the metaphorical baton to the Drifter at the end of that season, and the Drifter would take over, and then the Forge stuff would be gone. It would be out of season.
Right, and then that's what they're trying to illustrate with the new seasonal model. They just used last year's content as the example.
Right.
Exactly.
And that was
know
it. It was
what
saying,
happened.
imagine what. Maybe we don't want to jump to it yet, but what I started to get excited about is what if and when Destiny finally gets into the Fortnite real-time events, because that's the glimpse I saw.
I would love that.
Well, yeah, because that's what they said, right? They were like, Ada will send you a mail, and it would
And
say
there'd
a
be a
specific
timer.
time. Yeah, a specific time and a timer on the Traveler. So if you
So
are
show up at
on
the
at that
tower.
exact time, you get to see Ada actually appear.
And they
in
even
the
said
tower.
Which
10,
is a really
15.
cool experience and new to Destiny.
Yeah.
I would
It's
love
new to
that.
Destiny. It's shown to to work and be effective in games like.
Well,
Fortnite.
it's nice. It's
It's
nice
amazing.
storytelling, right? It sets up the next season and it gets everyone excited. And there's an event that you can talk about.
It's stupid for a game like Destiny to not learn from a successful game like Fortnite to pull things that can be brought into our universe. I'm not saying they're copying them.
Mex-
Yeah, what's funny about...
I hear that in this season coming up, they're going to have mech suits in Destiny.
exactly.
It's going to be phenomenal.
You're going to be able to call in a giant mech
Right.
into patrol
Right.
and just destroy everything.
It's
So-
actually going to be a giant Titan.
Yeah. So actually what's
Just a big
interesting...
one.
Remember when we first
Put that
saw...
mask on.
The Destiny demo in was it 2013 or 2012 or we first saw the Destiny demo. I remember you're like out in the open Cosmodrome and like a public event ship shows up. I think we all had the sense that that's how it was going to feel, like very unique events happening, and to me it's a callback to that. Actually, of course, it's Fortnite, and if you don't know, those listening and watching, like in Fortnite, they've gotten to the point where they have a live like Power Rangers mech battle that happens on the map that changes the map, and it's honestly an amazing technical feat, and nobody has touched it yet, and so props to Epic. It's gonna be coming to games like Destiny, and I've been waiting, and so to see Luke spell out what if not only we could do narrative content that changes and goes away, because that's what happens in Fortnite, right? The map changes. What if we could technically...
evolves.
Yeah, but what if we could also technically pull this off? And so the idea of like show up at 10:15 a.m. Ada's gonna freaking fly in, and it's you in a full tower watching, and you watch her walk through down to her new location.
That'd be
and
amazing.
she even has like a brief cutscene thing. That,
She fumbles the keys. It's like, 1 second, sorry, I've been in here a while.
yeah,
Which one?
the
Can I get a
images.
locksmith?
I think we should mention that this was kind of Luke Smith's fantasy of
Yes,
what it
he
would
said-
look like, not necessarily what we can expect.
But I
That's right.
actually would.
But what if-
I want to go one step further. I like the whole concept of the tower, but I want to see something different than that. I
Like
want
a
to
raid
see
portal.
I want to see
That would be amazing.
worldwide events happening. I think Anthem was always hoping to achieve that,
Yeah.
but I really think that Destiny can and is poised to do that. Worldwide, huge events where you can meet up with people and watch something cool happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Like what I want to see are to the single evolving world. Like, yeah, what if you're on the moon, and like freaking whatever, a ship crashes into the
Hive
helmet,
attack.
and changes it forever, and then
Right.
now there's a new mission on that ship. Like just seeing it happen,
If you miss
and you
that
had to
time-
be there.
Yeah, if you miss that time of day, it doesn't mean you missed the event. The ship is there. It's
Yeah.
crashed.
Right.
If
Everything's
you missed
changed.
it crashing.
Yes, which
So-
is exactly what happens in Fortnite.
Right.
So yes, it'd be cool to actually witness that stuff. They are technically doing the aftermath with the moon, because
Right.
the moon was the moon in D1.
Wait, it's haunted.
And
Yeah, we're
they-
seeing it
now.
here.
It's haunted. They got the red keep cracking out of the middle.
How did
and
it get there?
It's changed.
And
He
the
was
5
like-
haunted guardians.
The moon? How did it get?
No, I want to know how the Red Keep all of a sudden, because I don't know about you guys, but I scoured the moon. Like on my, when I was there, I went.
It was one of my earlier
But
YouTube videos.
Yeah, that was
He went fast.
3 years ago.
No, but
Oh.
that's the idea. The idea is that you haven't been there for the last several years.
Yeah, the world
It's 2
is
years.
evolving.
Okay, fair enough. So
Last 2 years.
2 years.
they
Okay.
built up this Shadow Keep, this big thing, and now.
Are you like live vlogging, Holtzmann?
Are you?
No, it's
you
like I'm
streaming
posting
this?
what you guys are seeing.
Is this?
Oh,
a,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
this is
perfect.
like some
Great.
blogception here.
Just don't
Yeah,
dox
blog
anything,
section,
right? Anyway, I personally, that's been something I've been so impressed with in Epic, and I keep bringing it up. Even
Yeah.
in games like Zelda, I'm like, what if like the current
It's-
Breath of the Wild, something happened that changed the game?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed.
So it's
Yeah.
impressive, but it's also led to some extreme crunch for the studios because
Yeah.
it's hard for them to keep
oh
up with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But that being said, I think
very
everybody who plays Destiny that's ever gone into a patrol has always wanted to be able to drop into, like, say, the EDZ and see some world-changing event happen that's not just your standard public event.
Yeah.
Like, Destiny 2 public events took a step towards that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's still several steps
So I
away
think you
from
have-
that feeling.
I think you have these public events that are routine and regularly happening within, but
And
then
then you have
scale it
escalation
up,
protocol.
right? You have escalation protocol, but then you have also then these world events,
Yeah.
right? These seasonal world events, and so that's the
I would
next
love that,
progression, right?
Yeah.
And how do we get the invasion of whatever to be the new escalation protocol for this zone?
Invasion of Dead Ass.
Dat ass. So how do you get that ass to just really get in there, right? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
It's
everybody's
not.
trying to solve.
That's the puzzle. How do you get up into that ass?
There you go. Mm-hmm. Shadowkeep.
Shadowkeep.
Karaoke. Oh.
Oh,
There is that.
Well, we
We've got
solved
that
the,
plan coming.
solved the
we solved it.
question. Yep.
I think Holtz
We
has
did it.
answers for Dead Ass.
There's only one person that can answer that ass.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, I would love to see that. Whether or not they're gonna be able to achieve that this year with these seasons,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't
Same.
think so, because again, I think that's a very lofty task to do that for one season, let alone 4. Right? Like,
Yeah, but the vision's there. Like that, I'm just excited that it's on their minds. Of course it is. Like we always find out once you see things like director's cut. Is they're thinking a lot of the same things we're thinking, but
Yeah.
yeah,
it's not
about
as easy to do as it
implementing
seems.
Yeah.
Sure, it is. You just copy paste it right into
Yeah,
the
copy
code.
pasta.
You know, they just
You
copy
You
it.
just type
World
into
event.
Notepad what
Yeah.
you want to
Well, they
happen.
just grab it and they highlight and copy from the Fortnite code.
I got it. You go to Fiverr.com. You say,
Fiverr?
"Build me a world event."
Sure.
Boom.
$5.
Yeah,
$5.
$5. That's how you get it done.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
All right.
We could make this an anime podcast, and then we can have CC and Pat come.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
is
then
there-
also
do we
sort
have
of
Twitter
a
questions?
sneaker podcast. With,
I still want you to follow up on the Watts on Anime quiz. When you did that for the St. Jude podcast.
Guess the
this
title.
year?
Don't we have
That's
some
pretty-
like?
Guess the title. Yeah.
Do we have
Guess
some
what it's about.
stream like some charity goals that we had to go through?
Someone had to be on the anime podcast. Who was the worst?
Who was the worst?
All of us.
Yeah, all
Taffy.
The worst
We
thing
were
I can
all the
say.
worst.
We were collectively the worst.
We were collectively horrible.
Oh, the worst person has
One
to
of
be
us.
on?
No one was a winner or a loser.
Wait, the worst person just has to be on your anime podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Happy to do it anytime you want.
I violate.
It's terrible.
I mean, I recommend Fran.
You recommend
Frank,
Frank.
Frankie 2 times.
I'm so on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frankie
Anime.
2 times a recommendation. Written recommendation.
Yeah, it's twice.
A letter. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 times written.
2 times written.
We did
Nice.
see a Thieves.
Yeah.
So we got that done.
Yeah, we
It's very
did.
anime.
And
Yeah,
now we
right.
keep doing
And
it.
then so we have something else, right?
That's that game that we won't play with Pope.
Is Pope segueing into something?
Pope is segueing karaoke. Briar,
What?
me and Tefty are gonna be singing Bootylicious.
Yeah,
Was that on
Briar is
there?
gonna be the dancer.
that's right.
So he's gonna have a full dance
What?
routine.
Yeah, he's been working on this for
Br-
months.
yeah. He's
Are
been
you ready?
Yes, I have.
right now.
Yeah.
But it's so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great,
Okay.
fantastic. That was great.
Great.
Yeah. Well, so we'll work on that. We're gonna definitely finish up with those charity goals.
Yes.
We're
Obviously,
you know
Mhm.
we're good for it.
Yep.
yeah.
Holtz is
What's
here to
the
get his
uptown?
tattoo. Actually, we're going right
That's
after.
right.
Yeah,
Turns
we're going.
out
I
Jeremy
actually
is the
have the
secret
tattoo
tattoo
pen
artist.
right here.
There's a tattoo artist right outside. Come on, stream. Let's
Right.
get, bend over, Holtzmann, and get on camera. Oh my!
All right, we've been live for an hour 42, and about 10 minutes was a train wreck of that.
Did we miss any major things? We
Yo,
didn't.
I'm
know,
super
probably.
hungry. Can we just wrap it up?
We didn't talk
We
about.
could
There's
do a
a.
mukbang.
There's a new.
Wrap it up,
Okay.
B.
DCP mukbang.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Think of the clips and the gifs. Eating
Was
food.
there like some just a couple questions that we could?
Is there?
Yeah.
We did miss.
Did we
you didn't-
ask for questions?
Did
I
we?
don't think we.
I don't think we did.
Well, you guys think of questions.
I was just
Think
take that
of
for
questions.
granted.
We didn't.
I take that stuff for granted every week. So.
Tefty, How hard was it to spend 2 weeks in solitude working on the DCP live theme song?
You know,
That's
it
a good
was,
question.
It was a
Apparently, we did ask for a Twitter question.
We did.
yeah. I thought you guys did put one out.
Okay.
Was it Eric? It was Eric.
Aries
Aries
put one
put it
out.
out.
Mr.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Just pull like a couple
bring up some
questions.
Twitter
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a new exotic boat called
No
Leviathan's
Scopes 420XX says,
That was quick, Briar.
Yeah, that was real quick. I didn't know you could pull up Twitter. that
Fran,
quickly.
We can
why won't you be Briar's best friend?
You're the one that's not being my friend. It's
Well,
well
why are you
documented.
pointing this at me? This is 420 No Scopes XX.
He seems to post a lot of questions to DCP Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a regular.
He's a regular.
Okay, so
Hey, big fan, big fan.
Big
I did
fan.
not. No, I'm looking.
All right.
Okay, I'll answer what you said though. I will say, in all seriousness, the vacation was fantastic. I really needed it. It gave me some perspective. I've been going like 4 years, basically, like, you know, just every week on a schedule. And what I realized with the vacation is that the first 7 days of not being on the schedule, I still felt like I was on the schedule.
Yeah.
And then after that 7th day,
Then
I
you
could-
can relax.
I finally felt the
Yes.
release of I had something to do.
Tuffy, I am 100% in agreement with you right now. If you take a 1 week vacation, you're not really taking a full
It's
vacation.
not enough, yeah.
You need to take 2 weeks minimum.
You got to break your patterns.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's literally what the vacation is for.
Yeah.
Is breaking the normal patterns that you're always doing.
Yeah.
And like taking like that first week I was like, you know, in and out and I was like, oh, it's stream time, but wait, I'm not supposed to do stream. And then finally the last like
There's
5
almost
days.
guilt for not working.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's
And then
definitely
you
guilt.
get over that, and then you can actually relax.
Yeah, exactly. So it was incredibly well needed. We didn't do anything specifically exciting. We just, like I said, traveled Northern California a bit. I visited San Francisco. We, at the very end of the vacation, we did some non-vacation stuff. We finally got rid of the storage unit that we've had for 4 years in Los Angeles.
Oh, man.
Oh.
And
Wow.
let me tell you, that was an ordeal. There was
I gotta say, Tefty, we missed you, but more importantly, I missed you deeply because I took over
there
for
a few
your
technical
job.
problems.
Oh. Well, not to mention the day that Pope banned me from the Discord.
Oh, God, that was really bad.
I had no idea I had like global rights. To,
He
I mean,
kicked him from the
I
whole
understand
Discord
that
server.
that technically that server is under my name, but me just saying kick him from the party literally kicked him in his
Kicked him
name
from
and
existence.
his entire like generational line was wiped off the face of the earth with one
Yeah.
swipe of my hand.
Oh, wow.
Hold up.
You wiped his
Let me
generation.
just,
I just
start this
him and all
podcast
his
up.
family
His
just
whole line.
like he crossed me and I went, "You're dead to
Smite.
me."
Yeah.
I smited him, and they were all gone in an
All right,
instant.
I got some real questions. One here is from Ringo the Dingo. With the new season pass, is Destiny finally pay to win? Any comments on the slippery slope?
No, because
we-
the rolls all suck.
We kind of like went through this already.
Yeah.
Talking about this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to solve the issue of whether or not you pay money or you don't. Like, if you have access to an exotic because you paid money for the content, it's going to give you somewhat of an advantage.
I don't think it's
in
any
this
more
type of
pay
game.
to win than it was.
Yeah, from year 1 to year 2. Yeah.
It seems less emphasis is going to be on the Eververse store.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to go out and you still have to go out to the new Vex offensive event or whatever it is and earn a role. So it's not really
Yeah.
any different. It's
still
yes,
gotta
it's
earn that
behind the paywall.
It's offensive.
The new meta might be behind the paywall, but like, what?
I think Pope's drunk.
The,
Pope, have you been?
offensive.
Pope thinks I said the Vex are offensive. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
the Vex are
that
offensive.
is a typical Frankie 2 times.
Yeah.
The
He's
Vex
like-
are offensive.
Typical Frankie 2 times getting offended over the Vex.
I'm gonna white glove them like they'll
Unbelievable. White
to
glove
know
them, yeah.
tomorrow.
He thinks that
They won't
Vex
know the-
offensive is actually just like the Vex on Twitter tweeting out very offensive.
Just troll Vex.
Gonna slap the Vex milk right out of him. Anyway, what was I saying?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Dang it, Pope. Dang it, Pope.
Justice Beaver 23 says toilet paper over or under.
This is not.
No toilet paper whatsoever.
Right.
leaf. Banana
After I
leaf.
spent a month in Vietnam,
Drag your ass across
No.
the carpet like
No,
your dog
I-
does. That's
Cat
the
drag.
natural way.
That's
Wow.
I have
Right.
learned the beauty of a bidet. If you don't know what a bidet
Oh,
is,
bidets are
you
amazing.
are
Bidet all day.
bedone with me.
Pretty dead. Pretty dead.
That's pretty good.
Not bad, right? That's pretty good.
We're definitely
Next-
overtime.
next question.
What else?
If you had to choose, but same asker, because I can't really curate the questions because I'm doing it live. If you had to choose between never flossing your teeth again or having to uncontrollably do the floss dance at random times
Ooh.
every day for 3 minutes straight, what would you pick?
the floss
minutes.
dance.
That might get me more. That might get me more views on Twitch.
Yeah,
so.
floss
Yeah.
dance.
I think you make a ton of money.
I feel like you
Do
could
you know how
burn some good
bad
calories.
gum
Just sudden
disease can
floss.
be?
Floss your teeth.
Yeah, gum disease
Floss.
is bad.
Okay,
It's an easy answer.
first of all, I've never had any problems with my teeth. I started going to a dentist that was like militant about it,
Yeah.
forcing me to floss my teeth. Then I started getting shit stuck in my teeth,
Oh,
and I started
shit.
having
Because you were
problems with my teeth.
creating.
Are you
I was-
anti-floss?
I'm anti-floss.
No,
You're
you gotta.
anti-floss.
I'm anti-floss.
No, man, because it's about your gums.
It's
not
a
the space.
scam.
No, it's about your gums. Don't
Damn.
listen to Pope.
Sorry.
Floss, everybody.
Maybe I picked the wrong topic to be like
Just add another
Alright,
reason not to listen to
to be
Pope.
like the devil's advocate
One
on
of many.
flossing.
Yeah, or use a water pick. Exactly.
Water picks are
pick.
actually
Not a
awesome.
Backwash
bidet
that.
though. That's a
Water
different
picks
thing.
actually feel really good.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What
know.
is a water pick? I don't know.
You
What
mean
it is.
like a
It's like
bullshit
it's
mustache.
like a mini pressure washer for your
It's
mouth.
like a
It's a mini hose.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a
It's
tiny
it's
garden
tiny
hose?
Yeah,
Tiny
it's like a
Dude,
pressure washer. It's
it's-
like
yeah, it's a pressure washer.
It's a like a bidet
It's
but
amazing.
for your mouth.
Can
A
it-
bidet for your teeth?
It is a bidet for your teeth.
I'm sold.
There's
Can
no
I Amazon
downside
this right
of
now?
the water pick.
Where do I buy this? Amazon.
That's like the perfect slogan for
like
like
a
reach,
bidet for your teeth.
water pick. The bidet for your mouth.
That sounds awful.
For a different hole.
That sounds unsanitary.
Gavin Risbridger says, "How is it that Stadia can hit 60 FPS on basically a calculator, but consoles can't?"
It's not a
Wow.
calculator.
Because
It's
consoles are a toaster.
Stadia
Consoles are
is
like
literally
5-6
hosting-
years old.
Stadia is literally hosting the hardware, which is a souped-up PC that's then transmitting a Netflix-style video to your screen that you're then controlling with a controller.
yeah. I mean, it's sort of the difference is,
Boom!
and yeah, more specifically, right?
It's like a bidet for your hands.
There you go.
consoles are
Next
like
question.
consoles are like 6-year-old technology. What you're gonna get in the cloud with Stadia is like whatever. I don't know if it's a $700 PC in the cloud, but it's
Oh
equivalent.
no,
probably,
it's
so.
a souped-up PC.
It's not that souped
It's
up.
4K 60 FPS maxed out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Get running Destiny
I know it's 4K.
at 4K and a guaranteed 60.
I can't
So-
wait until we get to this argument.
Frankie
after it
two
comes
times
back.
is the only person to see this in person. I
I've
went
been-
to the
yeah.
Stadia booth
It's
today.
only 1080p is all I've seen.
I want to. I
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
they
the
have
Stadia
Stadia.
booth today, but they don't have Destiny 2
No.
playing there.
They have
we're
Doom.
at PAX. If you're watching this in the future,
Do they have Doom?
they have Doom Infinity
Or
and
if
they
you're
have
watching
Mortal
it
Kombat
right now.
And I was watching
Yeah, we're
how quickly the controllers seem to respond.
Yeah, the lag is good.
The lag seems good, but I really want to see 4K 60 FPS.
Me too. I haven't
That's-
seen it.
Yeah.
You make a good point. The specs to run
I
that.
I have so there was actually a comment in chat that I think is good that we should do.
About bidet for your hands.
He meant Doom Eternal.
Almost
And
bidet for your.
and bidet.
But basically, they were saying that they want us to all stand up to see how tall we all are.
No.
Next
not
question.
good. Next question.
Wow.
Next question.
Okay.
XX420 No Scopes XX says,
I tried.
"Stand up. Let's see how tall you are."
Oh, weird.
They don't want to see how tall I mean, I don't want to make Tefty look.
We don't want to
short,
ruin
you know?
I don't want to
anyone's
feel
image.
insignificant.
Yeah.
All right.
Height issues are, you know.
I'm emotionally sensitive right now. All
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
I agree with you. This
It's
isn't.
because Tefty's
It's
strong.
not important.
It's like if
It
we
is.
do that, it's like not having a bidet for your soul. All right?
That's right.
And I'd like a bidet for the soul.
And the fact
I don't
is
think I
that,
want anybody washing out my soul, man.
fact is the majority of us aren't wearing pants. So
That's right.
you know.
It's true.
I'm more. Yeah.
They must
Next
have forgot
question.
about the people in the background who were naked dancing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all a big orgy, so we're not doing that.
Aaron L says, "Confused about the Shadowkeep rollout. If you only play
dear.
PvP, do you have to buy the Shadowkeep expansion?"
No.
No.
See, that's
Move
what
on.
we're explaining. Like, if you just want to play PvP, you're done. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to do
You're
anything.
set.
But if there is an exotic or a particular legendary from the raid that is extra spicy, then you will have to buy that content.
But you will if there's an exclusive.
So if MTash makes a video and says you need this,
If you don't use this, then you're a scrub.
right?
Yes.
Oh my
And
god!
then True
I found
Vanguard
the best
says,
hand cannon.
MTash
ever.
is right.
Right.
He says, "Damn, I was a scrub until I started using this gun."
There
Right,
you go.
So
Mantash was a scrub until he started using this gun. Then we know it's set.
Pay to win.
It's like there.
I'm still confused on that though. Is
There's
there
the
no?
loop. There's the cash loop right there.
The
What
cash
if-
loop.
Guys, what are the percentages of people who are just gonna play Gambit?
I think
Well, there's
out
no
of the whole
plays.
community.
What?
How many free new light players are just gonna play Gambit?
That's
So wait though.
That's less than 0.
I love Gambit. I think you guys are bashing one of my favorite game modes. I enjoy the grind. I have notorious sets.
You're a fucking liar.
No, I love
You're
it.
lying to us.
I love
We're
it.
your friends, Pope, and you're lying to our
Can you-
faces.
Oh, you're their friends, but I'm not.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Thank you. Can you use air quotes
You're
when you
my
say
best friend.
Oh yeah, best friends.
that? Facts are that getting the notorious set, learning how to use the characters and the
Getting
traits,
into character.
and getting into character
No,
and
he's
playing.
role playing.
Yeah, you have to role play. as the
I
Drifter's
like to
persuasion.
role play. I like to dress
Now
up.
makes more
You
sense.
gotta
Alright.
think like what gets the
TMI.
Drifter excited.
Yeah, I like to get the drifter excited.
Yeah. How many motes you banking?
I'm banking lots.
How many motes are you boinking? What?
I bank a lot of modes, baby.
Wait. Let me take a step back, and I'm being very franalytical about this.
Very analytical.
Is it
so
a bare bone
A study in
meltdown?
Is that
It is.
is that trademarked?
it is now. So you said if you want to play PvP, you're set.
Yes.
Which I still am confused about this because they say
Unless
right
you want a new exotic.
2 returning PvP maps from D1,
Frankie 2 times is confused.
2
Let's get
PvP
analytical about
maps from D1 are returning.
Yeah.
There's an
Two.
exclusive Shadowkeep PvP map, I assume, right?
You know, they literally said all strikes,
This
all
is it?
PvP
This is-
maps,
But they-
and all Gambit
oh.
maps are going to be free to play.
A while ago,
Did they say
let
everyone?
people-
Yes.
Yeah, a while ago they said
they
that
don't wanna
all
split the
PvP
populations.
maps will be
Right.
playable for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they don't-
there's
they don't
no
wanna have-
exclusive map.
They don't
What-
want to have a paid
I have a question.
population and a non-paid population.
I have a question.
There's no question.
Then why didn't
I
they
have a
just say
question.
that in
I
there?
have a
Whoa,
question.
Watts.
Well, maybe you can answer
Watts.
it for me.
Wait, Watts. Go ahead.
What do we need to coin a term for when Frank's confused?
Oh.
Yeah.
Frankie,
Yeah.
too confused?
I'm not confused. I'm questioning. I always like. I'm,
Frankie, 2 questions.
No,
Frankie
Frankie too confused is pretty good.
Oh, too confused is pretty. I like that. Frankie, too confused is not bad.
I do have 2 questions.
But wait, so wait.
What has he got? 2 questions. I got
All right. Where I'm going with though, you guys are the worst. This sucks. It's just like when we play Sea of Thieves.
Because he stops
man.
us. He always stops us. He goes, wait. I got a couple questions.
I think this is actually the exact tone and the exact thing.
Yeah.
Frankie
Wait. I got 2 questions for you. Forget about it.
I understand, and look, I hate to bring it up, but we argued about the wave splitter thing. But who's using wave splitter right now? Nobody. My question, I wasn't totally
those are
wrong.
valid questions.
Okay.
Those are extremely valid.
Secondarily, they say that the only returning maps are Widow's Court and Twilight Gap. That means there's no Shadowkeep exclusive new map. This is it.
What if there's not?
Because they don't say
That's
you
it.
get the new Shadowkeep map. That
Maybe
might be
that's
it.
But again, they already
Okay, I'm just
previously-
analyzing the
They already
situation.
previously stated that
Yeah,
all
all of
maps, all strikes, all patrol zones are going to be free to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All Gambit maps.
Yes.
So, Frank,
Yeah.
I want to specify that if you ask another question, you're now on to 3. So
They can't do it. It's off brand. Even though
You're
I'm
just-
M3, you screwed up you
Break
should have
the
been 3
branding.
times.
you're Frankie 2
Break
times.
Brandon if you do.
It's on Teft.
Yeah,
You came up with 2 times.
I did.
Yeah.
Did
Dog
I?
bit
Frankie 3
dude
times.
says, "What 3 items could you buy that would purposely make the cashier helping you feel the most uncomfortable?" 3
Cashier where?
items.
Bag
Cashier.
of, bag of
Bidet
dicks.
for your hands.
A bidet?
A bit
You could buy
bidet?
anything.
Just a bidet.
Just-
I'm
bag of
gonna
dicks?
say, hey, as a cashier, nice asshole
Go.
maintenance.
Wait, you
That's
could buy anything.
admirable. Yeah, you can buy anything.
I don't know if I'm
Okay.
judging.
Like for
somebody-
instance, like you can
I'm
buy duct tape,
Okay, I like
and
this. I
you know,
like
like
this.
you buy like the
Rope, duct tape.
yeah, rope, duct tape, and like a
What's
Steven
the
Seagal
some sort of
movie
chemical to knock
like,
somebody
murder
out?
like a ski mask.
Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you're
like-
saying.
Yeah, like,
What
you
would
know
set
what I
off an alarm in the
Yeah,
cashier's mind that like maybe they're up to something
or
nefarious?
buy like a porn
Anything
mag
just make
and,
them
like,
uncomfortable.
Vaseline and like something like that. You know,
Well, no, that's like 50. Like that's like the
that's just
majority.
like a night at
That's a
7-Eleven
night
for
out,
Pope Bear.
right? Yeah.
That's a Wednesday night.
That's a Tuesday. Wednesdays.
What
Wednesdays
three
are something
items?
special.
With 3 items.
Yeah, it'd be like if you bought exactly like a shovel, a rope,
Yeah.
and a big slap sack, a
Yeah.
burlap sack.
I don't know if I like this question. I think that
It's too revealing.
you know it peers into
We
my
could
soul.
play
Yeah.
Spank the Yeti. That would be revealing. Yeah.
Spank the Yeti.
Yeah.
Where you slap the table.
That sounds like a bragging.
I feel like Holtz would have an answer for that question.
What?
Can you
Also-
answer this question, Holtz?
What's the 3 things that you'd bring to a cashier to make them extremely uncomfortable?
Yeah, like a shovel, a burlap
No,
sack,
he
and
gets it. He gets it.
yeah.
Yeah, but Holtz
I
is
couldn't
well
tell if
aware
he
of
was
this.
listening.
Holtz
Holtz
is,
is-
This is
he's
his
aware.
wheelhouse.
This is
This is his
him in a
wheelhouse.
Patrick
nutshell.
is very twisted, so this will be
Yeah. I mean, if it involves crawdads, it's probably better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like a wine cork thing.
wine.
Uh-huh.
A wine cork?
Okay.
The corkscrew.
Corkscrew, yeah.
Yeah.
Corkscrew.
Corkscrew.
I think no matter what, it's going to involve
Corkscrew.
condoms, too. It's like corkscrew, condoms,
Condoms.
and then like I don't know, just like zucchini.
Paint thinner.
Zucchini?
Zucchini as well. So like, there's like
Why not?
okay, I can kind of get 2 of these together, but why also the corkscrew?
Exactly.
Right.
So you're really getting into the mindset of the cashier.
He's
in
thinking
this.
psychology.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wants. It's that. Okay, so the next question.
That
would be,
honestly.
what would
He's
be the
thinking
first
like, why
item?
are you buying that?
Like it's coming down the
Conveyor.
aisle.
Okay,
the
Chad had the
conveyor belt.
best answer. 15 pounds of crawdads, a bib, and a funnel.
That's pretty good.
Chat wins.
Yeah, because that just sounds like a pretty good night, you know? Like a little like baked
Yeah.
zucchini, a nice
Well,
bottle of
yeah,
wine,
never
and
to go
some
Open a bottle of wine, have
protection.
some zucchini, and fuck.
Okay,
Man, you try to keep it PG. It's just not possible.
Oh,
right.
did you watch DCP before?
No,
you joined?
yeah, I know what you do. You're just trying, you know?
I'm just making sure.
Oh my
Just
god.
making
Did
sure.
Pope-
I've been
did
pretty
Pope give
clean
you like
all
a
night.
sour
I
from
promised
the
him
beer?
things that.
Yeah, is that Pope lied? Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
No,
Now I
I
get it.
didn't lie. I just eliminated some of the
Massaged.
facts.
Flip the Giant says, who'd win in an arm wrestling match between Pope and Tefty purely
No.
because you know you can
You're gonna
do
knock
it?
over
Don't do it.
everything. Oh god.
This is a terrible idea. This is like the worst. Oh my
This is the
God.
worst.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can the camera see?
Yes, it can.
Dun.
Go.
Oh shit,
No,
even match.
keep your
even
elbows on the
match.
table.
Even
Elbows on the
match.
table.
Elbows on the table.
Tefty looks
No, no,
like
no, I
he's
mean
not
these.
stressing out. But
These.
is this a
Wait,
fake?
no shoulders.
Can he do it?
They're locked.
Is it battle
Oh.
of attrition? Is it battle of attrition?
I feel like. Oh no, Pope! Stop using your shoulder,
Stop
Pope.
using your body.
Stop using your body, Pope. He's a cheater.
Pope's cheating.
This
Oh,
is very
Tefty's pulling up.
even.
He's pulling up.
This
He's
is
pulling up.
terrible idea.
Over the top, baby! Over the top!
Haven't worked out in a while.
3, 2, 1, time up! It's a draw!
It's a draw.
It's
It's a draw.
Draw!
Draw. Draw.
Nice job, guys.
Pope was
Evenly
getting in there
matched.
with
It
the
Just
was
like
body.
you
really
are
good
evenly
content if
heighted.
someone's arm broke though.
I feel like Pope threw his body into it.
He did.
Okay.
He did. He did.
That
He
wasn't
handled it
We need a
arm.
rematch. Rematch. Let's go.
I
No,
can't do a
no, no.
rematch. Otherwise, I can't do another arm.
All right.
I'm
Noodle
exhausted.
James
I need
says.
a nap.
Right?
Noodle James says, "Is Eris Morn hot? Asking for a friend."
Yes.
Yes.
Talk about Morla?
No, we're not
Also,
talking about
yeah.
Morla.
Okay.
Why
The
you want
act-
to answer
Holtz?
that?
No, I just
Is-
didn't know if you were talking about
Fran,
the actual
is
Eris.
Morla hot?
Morla's totally hot. Yeah.
Okay,
she's
can
hot.
we get a
Yeah.
read on that, Holtz, on Eris?
I mean, does Pope
He says,
does Holtz find an emo chick hot? Yes.
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 Oh, yeah. Okay, definitely.
So there it is.
I don't know though. She's got that weird mask. She's got goo
She's got
bleeding
3
off her
eyes.
face.
That's hot.
You might want to get her checked out.
I mean,
she's got, like,
Think of all the
green-
stuff you could do. I mean, she's gonna be into like
She could
all
bring in
kinds of-
some. She could bring
All
in some
this stuff
highs
you could
for
do.
a
Yeah.
good time.
She can levitate a rock over a table. Think about it.
That's
I mean,
true.
get creative.
That's a weird.
Yeah.
Get your rock off my map. You know, like
Get your rocks off my map.
Dreadnought says, how many showers does it take to wash your bath towels?
What?
Are you a warlock or a hunter?
Chucking them. Wait, what?
Is this a Frankie too confused moment?
Yeah.
What does this mean? I have no idea.
Is it? Are we getting Frankie 2 questions?
100%.
Let's be super clear about this. Put the wash rags in the laundry.
They said
Pretty
shower
quickly.
with them.
What is a wash rag, by the way?
You know, it's something
That's
that
a
you-
washcloth.
a cloth
It's a
that you
washcloth.
use in the bathroom to wash
So
yourself.
wait. You don't use like a fluff, like
I do actually. I use a loofah.
Like a
loofah.
Yeah.
Loofah,
A
yeah, that's
loofah.
what it is,
Yeah. I mean, who uses
fluffa.
a wash rag anyway?
People still use them.
No,
I think
they
it
don't.
depends on your situation.
I think
What do
Patrick's
you mean
saying
situation?
He
Like,
uses
you're
a
not-
Like, let's say you're traveling. I didn't bring a loofah with
You
me.
didn't bring your loofah.
I did bring a loofah.
And I'm sharing a
What-
freaking
what-
hotel
you
room.
Did you bring a loofah?
Of course I bring my
It came
I'm
from
using
my
your
basket.
loofah.
You are not.
brought
That,
a
wait. Better question. Better
Used it.
Brian, I got a question for you, okay? Does using another man's loofah...
No, you don't use another man's
No.
is that crossing a line?
Ugh.
Does that cross a line?
No, don't
like
do that.
a hygienic line. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
What if I
It's
wash
all the
it?
butt crack.
You'd have to like bleach that
How many
thing.
showers does it take to wash that
Oh, that's
loofah?
nasty.
Tune in next time to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Frankie 2 showers?
No,
Would you? Okay, here's a good question. Nevis says, "Would you never play Destiny again for $200,000?"
No.
No.
no taxes?
No.
He's got 2 questions to clarify here.
Is this
That
tax
there is a
free?
number for
Is this
Fran.
is this under the table?
Wait, is there taxes?
We've had a question like
Does
this.
the IRS know about this?
Yeah. The question is always like, if you're making a living and doing some stuff related to that, like it may
Right.
not make sense in the long run. So no.
No.
I don't think
I
$200,000
wouldn't be here
is my number.
Tonight, and it's worth more than $200,000 to me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that'd be a no.
It'd be like $250.
Well, the
Would
thing
I have
is-
stayed in Connecticut to spend this weekend at home for $200,000? Yes.
yes. Take that out in the Ferrari and just make it rain. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
like a whole payment.
200,000 doesn't even go nearly as far as you think it would.
Oh, no.
No.
That's not much at all.
No, I wouldn't give up Destiny for $200,000.
Well,
I like it.
I mean, money is
$2 million though, and we can have a conversation.
200 million.
Yeah, $2 million.
I think I'd.
Look, there's a number for everything.
I mean, does that mean I wouldn't have to talk to you? I mean, get the chance to talk to you guys again?
No,
You took
of
the
course
money?
not.
Oh,
Yeah,
we do
is
the,
that all?
Borderlands
You're part of
podcast.
Destiny, right?
Borderlands podcast.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
switch.
Borderlands.
So
podcast.
2 million. I switch us all to Borderlands, and we just.
Borderlands. That's
There you go, guys.
Borderlands
Someone
mini podcast.
donate $2
Borderlands
million.
DCP
We'll
live.
You know,
be,
to be honest with you, I already grabbed it on Twitter.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you say use code?
Pope's a businessman, guys.
I grabbed that, the website URL, everything.
Borderlands, so it's Borderlands Community Podcast?
Yeah, BCP.
Like, that's why Pope is our fucking producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
true.
yeah.
That's how it
Well
works.
done.
Just preparing.
All right,
Last
last
one?
question of the night, and then we're gonna go eat some food because we haven't
Yeah.
eaten in like 12 hours.
We're losing.
Jets Fanatic says, "A man, a myth, and a legend walk into a bar, F1, marry one, and kill one."
How do I do all that to myself?
Patrick says,
Boom.
how do I
Thank
do
you for watching.
That's it.
How do I do that?
What
How do
else
I
can
do
be
it to
said?
myself?
Nailed
Make
it.
sure that they can hear it. Patrick said, how do I do that to myself?
How do I do all of that?
That's it. Do we want to do individual sign-offs? Do we want to just let it
No.
go? How are we doing this?
This has been fun. Thanks for joining us
been
in
a
this
lot of fun.
chaos.
Thanks
Wait.
for supporting us.
We should all go. Guardians.
Stop it.
No?
I mean, I'm not protecting you. You guys make fun of it, and all of a sudden now it's a thing.
How about DCP out?
DCP.
We should do it to piss Destin off.
Yes.
Until next time. You want to do it?
Until.
Wait.
All right.
Until.
Wait.
You gotta look at the
Wait.
camera.
Are you
Please
ready?
clip
I'll-
this
I'll-
so we can
I'll-
send
remember,
it
we
to
gotta
them.
say
I'll
until
do a
next
silent countdown.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That wasn't silent.
Until next
Until
time.
next time.
Guardians
Guardians out.
We're supposed to say DCP.
Oh, DCP out.
DCP out. Let's do it.
DCP
We'll do it
out.
again. Do it again. Deputy, do the
Okay,
guy.
all right, here we
3,
go.
2, 1. Until
All
next
right,
time.
all right, here we go. Here we
DCP
go.
out.
Nick will edit this.
Good job.
Until
Until
next
next
time.
time, DCP out.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Chat, give yourself a a round of applause.
Yes, you did it. We
Give us a
did it.
round
You
of
made
applause,
your,
yeah.
you made it
Thank
through
you
this
all.
show.
You made it through the show. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
You're all
everybody.
champions.
Yeah.
All right.
We're sorry.
Sorry you had to experience
Say,
that.
I'm throwing the intro. I did it right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you did it right.
Yeah, you
There
Frankie
it is.
2 times, man.
Frankie 2 times.
It
did it
doesn't
right.
take you 2
See,
times to do
we
it.
did it twice, didn't we?
We did.
All
Can't
right.
get away from the 2 times.
Legit, we're all very hungry because we've had a long day. We love
Peace
you
out.
all. Thanks so much for hanging. We'll see you next time. I don't think are we sharing the love with anybody? I don't think we
I
have
don't
like
know.
a.
We don't
Well,
have
we
if
don't
we
have it
can.
set up right now.
We'll figure it out if we can.
Yeah.
What
But I
is
think-
scene? If we want to go to that.
Also, we're going to be at
I'm
PAX.
gonna
We're going to be at the
Yes.
Scuf booth tomorrow.
1
so
to
if
4.
you're hanging around PAX
1 to 4
between 1 and 4 p.m.,
Pacific.
come hang out. Like, seriously. Like,
Yeah,
Do
we're gonna be in the VIP booth, signing posters.
Do it,
We'll
yo.
do some streaming of Destiny, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
seriously. Like, please come by. It's fun.
Please.
All right.
All right,
That's it.
everyone.
We'll give a few more seconds for silence, and then we're cutting it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
It was a lot of fun.
Guardians.
Also, thank
Wait,
you to
I was
Watts
muting.
and Tomo for
Yeah.
letting us do this live in their house.
Yeah,
Because
we're sorry.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
of you, we're sorry.
We'll
Apologies.
send Briar the bill.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
apologize.
There will be a bill.
I'll pay the
you a
boss.
new rug.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be great.
Bye, guys.
Bye.